Welcome back to the channel. My name is Brad, Supercoach Pro. Today we're doing the live stream of round 6 AFL games. What a weekend it's been in terms of like cash gen just been shut down, injured players. Some of us have used our last boosts. It looks pretty hectic weekend for Supercoach scoring. Some of these players are now going to be really cheap. Primos aren't firing. Rookies are getting subbed. And it just doesn't look good for Supercoach this week. And then we return next week to the best 22 scoring. So, yeah, it could be interesting. What do we do with our sides? I know I'm out of my boosts. So I'm running thin of trades at the moment. And really hoping that some more rookies are on the horizon. Because for me, I went early on Garcia. And there's not a lot of other players I really like going forward. So, a little bit of a tricky one. Hopefully the mid-season draft applies some good picks coming forward, because if there's not any good picks in that mid-season draft, we could be a bit shy on rookies. I'm looking at to go Garcia, the Dogs Garcia early potentially, or even McAuliffe if he's not named sub on the Wednesday game. So got a short turnaround in Supercoach. So, yeah, a little bit annoying that I don't know what my side got right now. We'll have to look at it. What did we get? Jump in for any questions you got on board too, guys. This week, oh, no, I did really bad. Scored 19-15 in my head-to-head. That's really bad. How's Massimo getting subbed too? He was actually playing all right. And then did he get stitched up? At least my Meek train was all right, 97. So yeah, I hate getting subbed. I feel like all my players is getting subbed every week. Sucks for cash gen. All right, I'll go to the comments now too. Hey Brad, hey everyone. What's going on, FBL? Down under, here you go, mate. Walshy. How about Walshy? Not bad. Yeah, Walshy, what did he score in the end? But he had 17 score involvements for I was listening to this game. I was on the way to a mate's house because I just watched a game before that. And I'm hearing Walsh every 5 seconds. I'm like, is he going to score another 160? For all his possession he got, don't get me wrong, if you bought him in this week, he did really well for his value. For all that, though, he got 130, and this was his stats. I thought it was a little bit unders. If I was an owner, I'd be a little bit annoyed. Because in the radio, all you could hear about was Walsh every 5 seconds, and I was tearing my hair out. I was like, maybe I should have went with Abs Magic and some of these other guys that jumped on board, but just had sort of no money to do so. And of course, the AFL app is crapping itself right now. How's the Hawks and Roos game? I actually went for a drive half time. I was like, I'm done. I saw Comden go forward, and I was like, I'm freaking out of here. So, but I did see Meek score another goal, and I heard it on the radio, and I was like, we're on. At least something's going right. Massimo was tactical sub. Yeah, I'm just going to look at his time on ground now. At least he still scored a 60. It's like he got scaled. I swear Mitchell is just as bad as Alistair at the moment, because Alistair threw Compton down forward, and that's not good. Now I'm worried about owning him. So he played bugger all advanced time on ground. Bear with me, guys. Wow, so 49% time on ground for Mass, and he still scores a 60. So I kind of want to hold that. I'd rather get rid of Zach Williams. I don't know about you guys. If you guys got Mass, what are you doing with him? I think he break even will be away from the 90 the week before. Absolute shit week, 1903. Yeah, me too, mate. I was just saying, I think I got 1915. So I'm about to headbutt something. Anyone give me something I can headbutt? Yeah, my 1915 for me. So I feel like 1900 would be around maybe par, because a lot of premiums poop to bed. So yeah, I don't know. I think we should start talking about rage trades, because that's what you guys were talking about in my other stream. And this stream will go up, so nothing too wild in the comments tonight. The other streams, my weekday streams, they won't go up. But this Sunday night one will. So, wait, what did you just say? FPL down under. I'm rage trading Tom Stewart. I think he'll miss more than a week. Could have easily broken a nose. Yeah, I didn't get to see this because I was on Sarong Watch. So Can anyone in the comments explain what happened to Stewart? I saw he got subbed out, and I was pretty annoyed. Why did I watch that Freo game and West Coast game though over the Geelong and Brisbane? I think I was on Harley Reid watch too. How did he not win the freaking medal? How's that? They gave it to Yo. Harley Reid was impactful with every freaking possession, and they give it to Yo. Yo, so right. Who's your top 4 mids? I don't really know at this point anymore. Like, you look at Green, and I thought he was going to be top 4, and he's just thrown in another stinker. But from here on out, I'll filter it by mids because that's your question, Zach. Well, probably Rao would be the obvious. I don't know about Steele. Like, I'm not. His Marvel run looks good. I'm still 50-50 if he's top 4. But definitely Rao's a lock for top 4. Sarong should be with his fixture. Butters, I'm pretty confident will be top 4. And the 4th one's probably Merritt. So if I had to name my 4, it'd be Matt Rao, Sarong, Butters, and Merritt. You guys can have your opinion. And I wouldn't take to heart if you guys don't agree with that, because I think it'll be thereabouts. I think Walshy will give him a shake, but I'm just worried he'll get subbed out every now and then. So that's what I think, Zach. Noah Anderson, I was meant to say he was a 1-week rental. Yeah. I feel like when I watched that game, I don't know if you guys saw it differently, I saw the tag symbol on him, and I think it was James Jordan sort of doing a roll on him. Now that he's sort of lost his midfield spot, he's more like looking just to hunt certain players, and I feel like Anderson was on the agenda for him. So he dropped to 50, so he'll be super cheap. But I've never really been into Anderson because I knew he had been tagged a few times and he can go quiet for multiple weeks in a row. So, yeah, a bit annoying if you picked up the 1-week rental there. I don't really like cheese. FPL down under. Bont. Oh, that's the other guy. I don't know why I didn't write Bont in my top 4, Zach. But so FPL has Bont, Green, Merritt, and Miller. That's pretty strong every day of the week. Miller was on 52 by 3/4 time, and I don't like complaining about points too much. I don't want to be that guy, but I felt like Miller was underscaled throughout the whole game, and then he put on 30 points, but he had to do a lot to get that 88. He really worked for that, and he's still one of those players. Like, out of all the teams I watch, I feel like Miller gets burnt the most, and I don't know why. Like, he's actually generally a good kick, apart from when he went for that goal, but. Yeah, I'm not sure. I like watching Miller, though, play because he works so hard to contest, and Rao's a contested beast. That game suited him so well because all the numbers were just in stoppage. There was no, like, spare running half-back flank, although in saying that, people trade out Matt Roberts. Matt Roberts is a kick-out king, and I'm seeing people trade him, and I'm like, oh, please don't. Like, he's got 90s in there, and he was coming off half-back running through and just getting a handball receive, and he was everywhere. He scored 117, I think. He was like my captain Sarong. Yeah, Ricky, lol. Reid robbed from the medal. Absolutely. If anyone doesn't think Reid was robbed, you guys, that person needs to go to Specsavers. Jonas Goat. What's going on, mate? I'm liking the familiar names I'm seeing in the streams too, and getting a bit more than the last couple of nights. So that's good. Jonas Goat says, rookies aren't looking good for the week. Biggie, 46, Jury, 39. Yeah, wow. Biggie's crap, honestly. I saw him at the Tigers. Even the VFL stats were never great over the last few years. I feel like he gets exposed because he gets bodied out pretty easily. Like, he's not a big man. Like, he's tall, athletic, all that. But you look at Chol, I don't know. Chol looks a little bit bigger, even though he's a bit of a soft player. Anyway, I feel like Biggie's going to get dropped in a week or so when Dawson comes back. So it'd be interesting. I don't think I'll bring him in after seeing the first half of that game. I think I'm done with the Biggie experiment. But my only thing is the only other rookie, now I've used all my boosts, I'm looking at is McAuliffe. And we get a good look at Wednesday night team sheets. If he's not named sub, I'll probably bring him in and go 1 up, 1 down because I don't like anybody else that's on the bubble. And people traded McAuliffe in because they benched Reid against Freo. I've made mistakes in Supercoach, but who benches Reid? Anyone in the comments benched Reid after he's like done a 109 and a 91? Even like the other punt I had to take was fielding closely, or however you say his name, closely over Williams. I had a feeling Williams would get injured, so I put him in the E, and I could have put Hoare there, but I was like, I'm just going to run closely instead. Although Williams probably would have got the same if he didn't get injured because he was taking kick-outs, and I suppose that's why everyone would have fielded him, is because the injury's down back at Carlton with the kick and takers. So see how we go that ankle. But yeah, you're 100% right there, Jonas. Go like it's looking pretty thin. Like Garcia, St Kilda Garcia, he looked good. I went early. I'm so annoyed about going early because it's going to be a continuous cycle for me now. And what was that? Supercoach Scout. He mentioned that on his page, and he also mentions that he doesn't have sheaves, which is pretty funny. Every like second post. I actually like that page though. That guy's smart. I wonder what his rank is. You know what page I hate? I know you guys might be in there too. Serious Supercoach. I never look at it, but when I do, it's the dumbest questions. Someone's like, "Oh, I got 140. Should I take the C? Sorry, should I take the VC?" I'm like, "Wow, this page is cooked." I don't really like cheese, Brad. Were you worried about Meek as me? No, I wasn't. That goal assist and the goal got saved him in the second quarter. Yeah, I know that. That was a huge clearance. He booted it and it just got over before the Freo defenders could get it. I was like, Meek watch. I'm getting pumped. Also a cheeky goal with 40 seconds. Yeah, I heard that on the radio. I listened to half the games on the radio this weekend and the other half I watched. I think I missed maybe one game. But I did only watch half of that North Melbourne because, man, North Melbourne Hawthorn just that could have put you to sleep sometimes. It was like watching a VFL game. I was just like, this is putrid. I mean, my Tigers are pretty bad, but yeah, whatever. I mean, it was a Supercoach relevant game to watch, wasn't it? But yeah, Meek 97. So there's a lot of talk about Meek, and I remember I was watching highlights about Meek just throughout the week before picking him. And I'm like, the worst case scenario is going to make me 100K, and one of these ruckmen to go down like English. So as soon as I have a nice break even between English and Meek, I'm grabbing English. I'm not scared of English like some people are, I don't think. I don't think I can get Gorn, though. Gorn's going to be the death of me. If I don't get to top 1K rank, I'm going to have to write a letter to Gorn and say, I apologise for not picking you, you old bastard. You're still in good form. Ricky David Mundy, the spud gave Reed. Yeah, he's a salty Freo, man. That's why I hate Mundy. Like, he punished Richmond so many times. I could go after the siren as well. I remember I hate Mundy. Like, he's a good player, but I just hate him from a Richmond perspective. Yeah, that's exactly why I didn't get the vote, because of Mundy. Stuff you, Mundy. F all downgrades as well. I can't really swear on my channel sometimes. If I do a stream, my parents are watching. They're going to book Brad seriously. So I do apologise. Speaking like a 2-year-old now. Gonus Joe, Biggie could keep his spot when Dawson comes back if Comden is left forward. Yeah, I don't think they'll leave Comden forward. I mean, he had, 2 touches in the last half? There's no way. I mean, to be a decoy forward, like, I just can't see it. He was useless down. Like, he was on 50 at, what was he? No, he was on like 39, 40 at halftime. Then they move him forward. It's like, if you're doing so well down back, I get you've got to move the magnets to get something going. Why play one of your best intercept defenders in your forward line on sis? Like, are you on crack? Like, what is going on there? Yeah. So that's concerning for us owners. I mean, he will make a lot of money, but as soon as he's 300K, I think I'm flipping him. Because you know who we all hate? Three coaches we hate for Supercoach purposes, right? One's Bevo. That's the obvious. The next is Sam Mitchell. And then third is Clarkson. So they could actually tie for being both peanuts. Like, subbing out Massimo. Why is he there whipping boy? Last year, I remember it was Samus Mitchell as well. Like, he was actually doing okay. He was racking it up. His kicks were all right. Bang, just gets the flick. So stuff you 3 coaches. Oh, there goes my phone. Imagine if that broke. I'm sick of this. I was having a good week, and then these stupid coaches ruin our Supercoach. I flipped Reed after he's 50. Yeah, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't considering it when he was doing that. I'm like, this guy's nowhere near it, like, from what I watched. And then all of a sudden, he popped out a few, like a 91, a 108, and I was like, all right, After the 91, I was like, he's fieldable. I think I've fielded him every week anyway. But I don't want to name names. Someone's so funny. Fielded Williams, benched closely, and then bought in McCall because he fielded Reed. And this guy's got a lot of knowledge. And I was like, bro. I actually gave him some on Twitter. Like, not like I wasn't being a douche about it. But I was like, in the form they were in, why would you bench them? And he's like, oh, because my back line, the lowest score last week was 92. But yeah, because Williams only plays one half. So I was expecting a 90, and then that would be the week he gets injured. So anyway, just having a rant now. Send in more questions too. There's actually a fair few. This is like double numbers on Friday night. So thanks, guys. Bouncy, Grundy, sneaky VC option in a few weeks. Against who? If you're saying against Meek next week, I'll be mad. Because doesn't Meek have Grundy? I actually got to look because I just threw my phone before. And didn't break, which was nice. Jonas go, Tom Green was garbage, a flat track bully who beat up on crap teams and was put in his place for Carlton and against Steele. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's funny because last year he wasn't a flat track bully from memory. Like he didn't drop the sub ton too often from memory. I don't know. I feel like he's the barometer for their side. Like when Green's doing well, Giants are doing well. I feel like one team has them. And this week I was going to get a pod. I don't think I've told you guys this. And if there was any pod to get and you guys would give me shit for it, it's fine. I was going to go for Hewitt because I wanted to trade out Cadman. And I was like, Hewitt's done all right. The only thing he dropped was a 76 against Richmond, but he's a 110 averaging guy. And he averaged 110 in the last 3 games. And I was like, maybe I should get him instead of Young. I went Young. He scores 80 from like 50% game time, does a hammy, and just for any Young questions, I'm actually going to hold him, put him in my midfield because I've got DPP loop. Actually, we'll all have loop in about an hour and a half or whenever it is Supercoach opens up. So play with those loops and make sure you loop all your players throughout the week. Like if you've got dead rookies, which a lot of you will, I'd be playing numbers game. I'd be using that loop like you wouldn't believe. So yeah, Tom Green owners, I feel for you because my primos did the same as well. So 1900 score sucks, really sucks. So I think I hold rank though, to be honest. I think I've got a few points. You know what I mean? So see how we go this week. But I've got a sneaky pod I want to bring in for 400k, and I wonder if you guys can guess. And you'll hate this pick. You guys will absolutely hate it, but I've done some studying, and I'm normally pretty good when it comes to study. So if you can name a 400k player, I'm not even going to name what position. I only give you guys 3 cracks at it. And I think he can be a decent you know what? I'll give you a little bit of a hint. I think he'll be a decent D6 because if you look at his history, he takes in kick-ins, and he's not a bad average in the last 5-6 years. But he's a hateable player. You just want to punch him in the face. Anyway, I forgot what comments I'm up to. You guys are smashing them out. Jonas go, you're right, but don't put anything past Clarkson. I hate Clarkson. Yeah, I know. I feel like everyone that jumped on the Comden train, a lot of it could be my fault as well. I take credit for that. I don't know why, but my 2 brain cells that are left in my brain didn't comprehend that he could be swung forward at any stage. I'm like, North are a bad team. They've got to play him down back. Like surely Larky and who's the other guy that plays forward? That big bull, Zerha. Surely they're the 2 key forwards. Like you don't need Condon playing up there. It doesn't make sense. Anyway, who knows about Clarkson, right? He's just a goose. I hate him. I don't really like Cheese. I feel like Sunday always ruins our week. We're riding high and then everything goes wrong. Yeah, I couldn't agree more, but I started off with Marshall on that like early game, so I was never on a high. I was, smashing plaster. I don't really smash walls in my house, just in case you guys are wondering. I don't really like Cheese. Yeah, I saw your comment on Twitter to him, Brad. Rough if McAuliffe doesn't get a gig. Yeah, I'm careful what I say on Twitter because I don't actually want people to think I got beef. I just like sort of stirring a pot and then walking away. I don't know if that's toxic. Maybe it is, but sometimes it's funny. I know I do mistakes, and I would like it the same. If someone was like stirring me up for like, good one, getting Comden in, yeah, he's going to be really great for you. He's like a permanent F6. I just give it back. It's funny. Anyway, Bouncy, my weekend was a success because he knew playing crap. He's been killing me all season. Yeah, well, I wouldn't say 98's crap. Like, he's still F1. The only issue for people that don't have Heaney is he's so expensive, and now you're playing for a guy that's not going to average 140. So you miss out all those early points. He gets midfield DPP, and now you're going to pay 600,000 for a guy that's probably only worth 550, in my opinion, from here on out. So you're probably hoping he drops a few bad ones. I don't know what Sydney's fixtures are like. I'll have a look at some point. Unless someone can tell me in the comments, because it is hard multitasking. I am, at the end of the day, a male, and as you guys know, males and us, it's hard to multitask. So, what else have we got here? Jonas Goat, McKercher and Sanders were supposed to be the two best rookies. That didn't pan out. Yeah. What did McKercher score in the end? I know I should be the one actually answering these questions, but I don't want to look down. And Sanders, yeah, Bevo killed that one as well. As soon as that happened, I got rid of Sanders for Garcia, the St Kilda Garcia, because he was named for a full gig. And you're going to nail some things, but every now and then you'll stuff up. So you got to take punts. And I feel like a lot of people don't risk it a lot. So I feel like this is the year you risk it and just hope that it works out, because we got more trades. So why not, right? Corey, I got 2001 this week. Need to trade Massimo Williams. I think I'm in the same boat. It just depends what it gets you, doesn't it? Because Cadman can stay, Buku could stay, potentially. I don't know. It's hard, isn't it? 2001's pretty good. I remember that year. I was 10. Lukosius. No, it's not Lukosius. The pod, I think he's in 1% of teams. I'd say he's 1% of teams. And you'll hate him. No, Zach, that would have been the obvious one too, Bailey Dale. No, it's uglier than that. And it's only because I can't afford Bailey Dale that I can't get him. But with the Massimo sub and the Williams sub, I might take a punt on Dale. But I'm terrified. I'd rather pay an extra 100K almost to get a proper primo. So I'm not too sure what I'll do yet, because I can always swing Roberts back and a few other players that got DPP, I assume. So see how we go. Well, these are flying through. You guys are smashing out the comments. Bouncy, I got 900 as well, but I've got 500 in the bank. 500K in the bank? Take me to dinner. No, that's unreal. That's pretty good. There you got the money in the bank. I've got like 2K sitting there in Supercoach balance. So 1900 score. I feel like that'll be par though. I don't feel like you'll drop too much ranking, depending where you are, I guess. FPL down under. Nah, not Daily Bell. Nah, same Jonas Goat. Not him either. And when you do find out, you guys, who it is, you're going to give me so much crap. But when we do should I do a player profile about him? I reckon I'll get so many dislikes for it, because you guys are like, are you on crack? I'll do it anyway, maybe. I don't know. See how you go. I don't know. I don't even know if I want to tell you. I will, though, at some point. Skinny Mac made some bad mistakes with Gold Coast, but still turned that. Yes! I said jump on board, didn't I? At least you got a good memory, Goat. Yes, I did. I even said it on Shorty's comments. Have a look at Shorty's his recent video about his trades. And he said something about Mac Andrews bringing him in. And I said, for what it's worth or something, I reckon Mac Andrews is a good pick. 300K, he had a 102 and a 92, something like that. Don't quote me exactly. But 92 should have been 100 because he got a free kick against Ginnivan or something. So he should have had 2 tons. Then he tons up a third. Why don't I take my own advice? This happens every now and then. And this is what I thought was going to happen with Comden. I was like, if I don't pick him, and I've put out so much stuff about this guy lately, and he goes 90, I'm going to be really mad, and we won't have a live stream on Sunday night. That wouldn't really happen, but you know what I mean? So, I knew he was something. Well done, Shorty, for having the balls to do it. And he's one of the only super coaches that is so far into like his own picks that he doesn't follow the crowd. I love Shorty for that. He's so unique. So well done for him picking that player. That's a jet. Yeah. But then he picks Gimby to start his season. So hit and miss, but man, when you get him and no one else has him, that's freaking unreal. Corey, I had Houston as the OC this week. The OOC. Yeah, I actually saw in the Twitter. I saw that. You know what's insane about that, Corey, is he was only doing like 110s. And then I seen that in that chat that you were like, yeah, I'm going to put him as C. And I'm like, I mean, you guys all know what you're talking about in there. So I wasn't going to question your ability. But then he pulls out a 140, and I'm like, maybe I should be asking you VC and C every week because you're onto something, Corey. Well done. That's an absolute good punt and a pod punt. Like, how many percent of coaches would have really put the C on him or VC, etc.? So well done to you, Corey. What a shout. Zach, Heaney will average low hundreds for the rest of the season. I don't think it's a bold call at all, actually, because we've seen this with Heaney. We've seen this so many seasons. And mind you, his role has never been this many CBAs, but it could be the Taylor Adams effect. So that's more what I'm tying the two together. Not so much that he'll delve off because it's form. I think it's more that Adams is getting the ball and quick kicking it out of there, and they've got a lot of gun midfielders, so they will take points off each other. And when Luke Parker comes back as well, I think you'll see Heaney just regress. But if you started him, you don't really care because he's a season keeper. So, but he definitely got underscaled. Like when I watched that game, and I only saw 98. If you guys watched it, Sydney v Gold Coast, he took marks. He did everything. He kicked goal, I think. I've got a bad memory right now, but he played really well. And then I saw him get scaled down because he's on the bench for the last 5 minutes or something. So, excuse me. McKercher was 34. 34 points from McKercher. I don't even know what to say to that. Like, I'm glad I traded him. I hope you guys traded him too, because that's bad. I didn't see him in the kickouts when I watched the first half of the game, so I can't really comment. But I just barely saw him at all, so I assume it's because he went to the midfield. Can you guys confirm that? I just didn't see him in the half back line unless I'm watching chess. But seriously, that's insane. I don't really like cheese. Do you know what I hate about some super coaches is that they watched the one preseason game from Harley Reid and they automatically thought he was the 5th best rookie in the draft. Yeah, this is the biggest thing about Supercoach community in general. I did it this week too, though. Like we all call the early crow on things, not with Reid particularly that I'm talking about, but Comden was on like 40 at half time and I called the early crow. I'm like, what a pick. And then I never like to do it too because it always bites you. And then I haven't checked the group chat now at the moment because I'm probably going to get stick. But it was better than picking Biggie, in my opinion. I could be wrong long term, but stuff Biggie. But the rapper Biggie, he was good. I love hip hop. Gonus Joe, I butchered that. Walsh at 576 is the number one target. This week, way above Dale 425 and Dawson 535. Yeah, so I'll talk about 3 of these players as quick as I can. I don't want to bore the hell out of you. Walsh, I think if you're going to take a punt, you take it this week or that season. You don't bother because at 600k plus, I'm not paying for a broken down Walsh. No way. What do I think he averaged from here is probably man, you're gonna have to say 120, aren't you? It's just a matter of when you're gonna have to trade him out because he's done his back again. Like, can he hold up? He's got 17, 18 rounds. I don't know, whatever it is mathematically, but yeah. And then Dale, I feel like is a good risk because he's the Tex Walker of a couple of years ago. You jump on, get a few price rises, and then see if Bevo subs him out. Surely not. Surely it wouldn't happen, but it's Bev, so don't know. And Dawson, I want one more week because he won't go up too much, I don't think, because of his score before the 170 or 168. So I want one more week just to have a look at Matt Crouch in the side with Dawson's scoring because I think I said in the preseason the only player to be affected by Crouch, if you look at the back end of the games, was Dawson and not Laird. And then Laird throws up a stinker as well. So Laird's going to be cheap. Green's going to be cheaper. A lot of cheap midfielders at the moment. Track, I actually think this is a huge call. I think he'll actually hit his break even of 150 this week against Richmond. So if you're going to grab Track, I don't mind grabbing him this week because I don't think he's really going to drop. Like, we're stuffed. We've got Hopper back this week, so it might make McAuliffe sub. Just saying. It's from what my read is in Richmond. Or Sonzy, but Sonzy should be dropped by now, seriously. Scrimshaw. No, it's not Scrimshaw, but I will have a look at these players that you do name because then you interest me in weird pod picks, and I like that. So, what else have we got? Not Aish either. I can't tell you the exact price, so you're obviously going to just search it by that and find him. But yeah, I'll tell you guys, if one of you pick it, I'll admit it. But if you don't, I'm just going to bypass this. But I'll have a good 400k pod that can average 95. Especially early on. Like if I've got a plan. I'll talk about the plan at some point. But anyway, the pod is cooking. That's what you guys need to know. I don't really like cheese. Jonas, go. Who you going with? I think I'm going with Dawson because he works for the buyers. Yeah, that's one thing I should actually talk about. So I don't know if it's in normal Supercoach, but Supercoach Gold allows you to see your team with each buy. And at the moment, my team looks fairly even over every buy. So I'm not going to worry about it until round 9 because I might trade out the players that are in my side anyway, as in rookies. Every other primo from here on out, I'm just going to hold, cuddle them, whatever you want to do. And I'll upgrade around any. Let's say Young, right? If Young's injured for 2-3 weeks, I'll hold, upgrade around him because let's say, hypothetically, I don't like cheese. Let's say you've got Young as well, right? And this week you trade out Young because he's out for 2 weeks. And you've used 2 trades. You've used one for Young and one for a rookie because you want to go up. But if I hold that and I use 2 trades for 2 rookies and then bring in a primo, in 2 weeks' time, I've got an extra primo because all you've done is go sideways. That's the game I'm going to play with any injuries from here on out because I could get Young to Walsh, but I'm going to find out a way where I can do that with culling a rookie early. And I went rookie early. I culled Dempsey, which is a big call, before I did Cadman because I saw the way Dempsey played the week before. And I was like, I just don't feel like – I know the conditions didn't suit his style, but the conditions, the team sheet, I was like, Dempsey's going to go because now he's going to plateau and he's going to stay around 300k. So I actually picked him off at the right time. And this year, that's the one thing I've done all right is pick off my rookies at the right time. But I haven't necessarily grabbed the rookies that I think I should have at some point. I don't think I missed any in particular, but I just feel like I've gone too early on some, and that's what I'm scared about. Anyway, 1974, lost most of my legs. Oh, yeah. Yep, that's rough, especially because I think that's a decent score, to be honest. You guys are still guessing this 400k player that's a pod, and you hate it. You'll hate it. You would hate him as an AFL player. You'd hate to be his teammate. Let's just put it that way. If he's not the most hated player, I don't know who is. Well, I can think of only one other. Johannesson or Impey, so it's definitely not those two. Good shout, though. Houston versus St Kilda will go 150 as well. Is this purely because St Kilda weak points to half-back flankers? I assume it is, because that's what we always hear about in every channel too. Jonas Goat, cheese. I'm going with Walsh. I'm glad you guys are reacting. I'm going with Walsh or price-wise. He's gone. Need to go another week from. Need to get another week from Dawson. I agree, Jonas. Like, regardless of your buy, I think you could flick a rookie. I don't like cheese, and then make up for that and go Walsh instead. But if Walsh fails, it wasn't me. I just feel like Walsh has more upside. And then he says, Dale has the potential to go back real quick. Yeah, I mean, this is the one thing I was considering Jonas go. So they played Ed Richards in the midfield for the first time, I'm pretty sure. So what happens to his scoring when Ed Richards goes down back? Because he likes to take the game on too. So it is a huge risk. Dale's a huge risk. So you may as well pay up for an extra 100-something K for the primos that you know aren't risk for their role. So when I say take risks, I mean by going early on rookies is all right sometimes. But going risks on primos that you might have to then trade again, like Walsh might be M8 from here on out. And Dale might not. But he might do a job for you. He might be a decent D6. So it just depends where your cash gen sits. And if you've got enough cash gen, then you go full primo. But if you think you need to get value, you clearly go for Dales and players like that. So that's where I stand with that, Jonas. Yeah, maybe you're right, Jonas. Crouch, if he comes back, you'd like to see a week with Dawson. Absolutely, you would. Yep, that's my take on it too. Keep chucking through the questions. This is probably going to keep me going for a while. I remembered to charge my laptop this time. Last time I almost didn't, and I almost lost everyone in the stream because bloody Apple's last 2 hours. Not even. Track or Gorn VC, Bouncy. Oh, man. Nank is a harder ruckman to actually score against, although I think if Gorn goes forward, he's going to monster us. Man. In all honesty, if I had both, I'm probably going Gorn because the majority of competition from VCM. And if Gorn gets a 160 and you've taken Track's 140, you're already on the back foot. So sometimes you got to think of what would the crowd do for the VC, because if you miss that out, then you're trying to play catch up. So I'd probably go Gorn. He's probably the hottest player in terms of like ceiling, and he definitely deserved a lot bigger than what he did the week before when he was playing. So he got underscaled immensely. So I think he is better ceiling this year than Track. But honestly, if you want to go Track, go with your gut feeling. But I'd say Gorn is, I'm leaning 90% Gorn, 10% Track, but I'd go Gorn. I'm thinking Gorn is obvious. Yes. Well, there you go. Answer your own question. I didn't say that. Zach, I'm definitely getting one of Dawson, Dale, or Walsh this week. Yeah. And when you do, I wouldn't go by what other podcasters are saying. I'd go by gut feel and who you think from here. Like, if you think Dale will be top 6 from here, that's what you got to consider. Then out of Walsh and Dawson, I'm probably picking Walsh personally. I don't care about buys right now. I'm going Walsh every day of the week. I mean, what happens if Dawson regresses back to these 80s and 70s? You just want one more look of Crouch back in the side. I think Walsh, you know he's a CBA mid. You're just worried if he gets subbed out at three-quarter time because Carlton are pumping a side. But Carlton's fixture doesn't look like they're going to pump anybody, and he's going to get rested. And Carlton always get injuries anyways for subs, so big call. I don't know. I mean, Abs is on Walsh, so that should say something. I mean, that guy's a Jet Supercoach, so I should stop saying Jet. Is it Jack Bowers? Nah, it's not. Or Bose, whatever you want to say. No, it's not him. I hate that guy. But no, it's definitely not him. And yeah, no, you guys are all on the same track, but it's definitely not him for 400k that could average 90-ish 5. Yeah, it's definitely not him. Let me grab my phone 2 seconds because I threw it before. Did maybe break some of the case, but that's okay. It's whatever. The team review, I might have to do an Abs and talk about my spuds and go off tap. I don't know how he uses those filters though. I'm not all about that potato filter. I don't know how you do it, or else I probably would, but I want to do something a little bit different because I don't want to copy everybody. But my Supercoach trades this week for rookies, right? Let's look at rookies. It's thin. Like, it's really dicey. I think someone in the comments said it before. I think it was Jonas. Like, what did they score this week? Oh, yeah, no worries. My phone decides it won't let me. What did Rogers do? Game live. That's what we've got to look at for rookies. Oh, players, whatever. Oh, so Dale was the highest score of the week too. You know what the team of the week, this is what I said on my Twitter, team of the week probably has Dale captain, Dawson is M1, and DeConning is R1 as well. But for our rookies on the horizon, right, under 200k, there's no point now paying up for rookies, I don't think. Even this week, I probably shouldn't have in hindsight. So number one trade in for rookies, I'd have to say would have to be Hugo Garcia. So his sub game was 43, so don't worry about that if you didn't watch that game. And then he scored a 69. If you didn't jump on Closey, I don't know why you're on Supercoach app, but you should definitely grab him. Why is he only owned by 55% of the competition? All these people watching tennis. Riley Garcia, I like his numbers. If you tuned into the stream the other day, or did I put it on my YouTube? I might have put it on my YouTube. I think I did. And I like his numbers in the VFL. So Riley Garcia, I'm almost hot to go early on, potentially. Don't go Toby Conway. We know Chris Scott will swap him out all the time for his other ruckman, Stanley or whatever his name is. And then the others don't look good. Like, not going to trust Tons still, whatever you want to call him. He's got a 61. He's been knocking on the door. Draper, no. Lee Collier is an interesting one, but they've got Sam Taylor coming back. So week Aaliyah, if he can hold his spot, might not be bad. Is he related to the other Aaliyah? Sure he is. Biggie, 46. So do you really want to grab, like, if you don't have Biggie, this is the big question. He scores an 89 against the Cats, which I think was a nominally. I think it was just a once off. Then a 46. I feel like that's about his capability. He doesn't look up to it. And then when Dawson comes in, I think he gets dropped. And even if he does play, I don't think he's a fieldable rookie. I think that was like just a once in a blue moon. He could never crack Richmond, even when we were down. So, I mean, if he gets to 300k, you guys can all laugh and say, Brad, you're an idiot for not picking Biggie. But I'm willing to live by the sword. Drury. Oh, man. Imagine if you went Drury early again. So he 78 and then a 39 because he's a forward. So that's no good. And then Jake Rogers, who played like a forward sort of role, even almost pocket, really. Forward pocket, scored a 28. So really, we've got nothing to look at. Like Jai Clark scored an 11 being a sub. You can grab him in a few weeks when he's 123 and Don get 48 injuries. But you wouldn't do it. So there's nothing on the horizon, and that's what worries me now. Is like McAuliffe is the only guy I see this week that's on the bubble, apart from Garcia. So if I went 2 down, 1 up, potentially, if I didn't already have Garcia, Hugo, that is, there's not much else. Like, you're not going to go Jordan Sweet. Like, no one's looking in the R3. So we're kind of dead. You know what we've got to wait for that no one's talked about? Or maybe they have. I don't watch enough people sometimes. But the mid-season rookies, like, when does that come in? Because when the mid-season rookies come in, that's actually when teams are looking for players they need to fill a role. And then you can actually see their proper VFL stats too, and why that club is targeting them. Like, if, for instance, Richmond probably need another backman, another forward, probably another team. But I'll be looking at rookies in the mid-season draft to cover. If they cover the buyers, not too sure. But they're in the bottom teams too, because they'll use them. So that'll be an interesting one that we haven't talked about, because I don't see anything else coming through. Maynard, man, I hate that player. I'd love to play along with him if you're on the same side, but it's not Maynard. But if you're opposition, you'd want to deck that guy every day of the week. No, Toby Green's probably the most hated player, but it's not Green. I don't think he's 400k. So it is getting dicey. Should I get Sebastian Ross or Akers? What? This isn't. You pull my leg. Can I have a look at Ross? And this doesn't make sense. I feel like you're catfishing me here, Football Fletch. If I'm wasting my time, Football Fletch, on Akers and Sabet, why are we even talking about these players? You're gonna give me a hernia. St Kilda and Blake Akers is Carlton. Why? Why are we talking about these players? You're an absolute catfish. Stuff you. 83 from Blake Akers. You better be pulling my leg. No. And Ross scored a 70. I'm going to break my screen. No. Oh, my God. I don't really like cheese. Okay. You got it. Now look at his scores. Come back in the comments. Judge me after. Now that 12 game he grabbed. And then look at Footy Wire. All right. Let's talk about Stephen May. The comments are going off their head. So give me 2 seconds to justify this pick. And if you laugh and you think I'm a freaking idiot, then that's okay. But hear me out, guys. So Stephen May, and he's probably the one player you really would just want to beat up every day of the week. So this is because I was originally going to go Cadman and Buku, and I've got bugger all money. So just before you think I'm a total flog for going down this route. Now, I've brought him in a couple times over the last few years. Stephen May, before his injury, right? Or just take out the injury game. So he's averaging 81 with an injury, but listen to me. Don't tune out. If you tune out now, then you've just wasted your own time. Stephen May's scores this year: 115, 103, 98, and a 79. Let me finish this. He takes kickouts. He's intercepting. He plays Richmond next week, which I feel like he's going to get a 130. And he got a 12 because he got subbed out, and I can't remember why he got subbed out, so don't have a go at me. But his break-even is 53. I don't know about his fixture. I don't think his fixture really matters when it comes to defenders, to be honest. It matters probably for midfielders. But he's got Richmond, Geelong, Carlton, West Coast, St Kilda for what it's worth. Now, this guy, Stephen May, I know he's 32, but it doesn't really matter when you're talking about defenders. It matters if you're talking about midfielders per se. And I think in a couple of years ago, he got an injury game. So you got to take that for account when you're looking at Supercoach on Footy Wire. Now, please don't stitch me up. I'm going to get. I can see comments coming through. I don't want to read them. So Stephen May's averages 2020 94 and a half, 90, 92, and then last year 83.9 and then 81.4. Now in the 92 year from 3 years ago, I'm pretty sure he got subbed out with a really bad score, and my Supercoach thing won't show me. So 2 years ago, he got subbed out with a 15, right? So that 92 should almost be about 100. So this guy at that price, you know his role. He's not going to get bevoed or anything. He could be a sneaky 95s guy, and I'm willing to take a punt if it means having Stephen May to cover Young for 2 to 3 weeks if Young's on a hammy. So my plays are purely tactical. It's not like, oh yeah, Stephen May, everyone jump on. It's such a niche pick that I'm like, where do I find value? Do I think this guy can be a decent Z6? People running Nas and all these other players that can be questionable, and I like Nas, don't get me wrong. But I feel like he could be an okay D6. I wouldn't be doing it in my midfield per se, but I like Stephen May. I hate him as a person and as a player. Well, not as a person. I don't know him personally. That's a bad comment. But he's on the footy field. I'd hate him. Like I'd want to knock him out. And there's a huge height difference between me and him. He'd probably throw me, but I've got Muay Thai skills, so I'd probably kick him in the nuts. Anyway, now the comments are going. I'm going to get so much hate for this. Anyway, Jason McLean. Good to see some new names in here too, because some of you guys are not familiar, and it's nice to have new viewers. I lost 3 viewers about talking about Stephen May. Sorry. 2015 this week, faded gone, so needed it. Got lucky though, because I have a lot of Freo, Port, and North players, which all teams got flogged. Yeah, they did, but that is very good for your buy structure because those are the players you want to bring in. All right, next comment. Going to straight. Richard can get points down back if Caleb Daniel ever comes back. Yeah, what's Bevo doing? So do you guys think that Caleb Daniel, McRae, Bailey Smith, you know who I'm actually talking about, go to other clubs? Because I feel like he's lost the playing group. I feel like he's lost the senior players in particular. Like even Sanders has had enough of him. He's only a newbie. So I feel like there could be a huge change at the end of the season for the Dogs. And I just never know where Dogs sit. I never can get a good read on Essendon or St Kilda. And I put that in a Twitter the other day. I just never know what those 3 teams are going to throw up. Like on their best, St Kilda looks amazing. They look like a finals team. On their worst, you're like, why are they even existing? You got 30,000 members. And then, I don't know, there's just such a middle of the road side sometimes. They're just making up the numbers if they play finals. That's what I'm trying to get at, I guess. But we're talking about Caleb Daniel. I don't know if he ever plays, really. Like, what happens? Harrison Andrews, that's a good shout. I actually don't mind him as a pick if you look at his scores. I wouldn't do it, though, because he has a bad floor. Jonas Goat. Dale out. A lot of 50s and a lot of 80s. Yeah, okay. I'll have to look at that. Yeah, Dale spat out a lot of 50s and 80s, so I don't know why I didn't read that. I can blame VCal for that. Loving the live stream, Brad. Thanks, my co-partner, SDS. When are we doing jump on and jump off when my internet doesn't come out? Not that, yeah, you know what I mean. I'm glad you're on board supporting me. Better give this video a like or else I'll come after you. Not that I know where you live, Steve, but any person, I think we only met twice there, didn't we? Remember when we had a kick on that oval in Footscray, and then we found out the Footscray oval was under construction. That was annoying. Zach, I would love to see Richmond persist with Kane McAuliffe over someone like Swansea or Thompson Dow. Yeah, I agree too with that comment. Absolutely. I think he's got more potential than both of those guys put together. Ozjan. That took me a really long time to read that. Anyone know what happened to Horn, Francis, and Williams? Will they miss? Yeah, interesting. I know Horn Francis, I think, had ice on the hammy. I want to say he had a hammy. I have a feeling that they're taking him for scans. But I feel like he was always an injury risk at some point. Like he's missed a few games already. I'm pretty sure it's hamstring related. So, yeah, if you got them both, you'd be annoyed. And then Williams, I think that was an Achilles. I'm not sure if they've given a time frame. Tuesday around like 6 p.m. I'm pretty sure that's when our injury list comes out for each team. But but take them with a grain of salt too. They're an absolute piss take sometimes. Like, there's no way some of those injuries. I'm not medical, but if you look up the actual injuries that they've got in there, and then the actual time frame, like Google them, like shoulder dislocation, and sometimes they will have like 4 weeks, and it's like a 6-week injury. I'm not a medical, but like sometimes it's so obvious that you're like, you guys are just, I don't know what you're doing. Who fills these time sheets in, like time frame sheets? But anyway, I think they'll both miss a couple of weeks. I mean, Williams is made out of plastic, butter, whatever you want to name it. He's useless. He might be on my trade list depending on his break even. Same with Massimo after that sub. I'm annoyed. Can you tell? FPL down under 45% of the comp are probably dead accounts, as for no reason for holding closely. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying they're all dead, but do they even watch footy? Do they even watch any, content creators? Yeah, it's interesting. Like, how many games a week do you guys watch? Is what I'd like to know per week, because I feel like, right, just out of my perspective, I'd be watching content creators if I only watched 1 or 2 games. And it's like a Friday and Saturday night and I didn't watch any other game. That'd be my biggest reason for watching content, because if I didn't know what my player did, I'd want someone that watches 50 to 60% of the games and then watches highlights or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know what that 45% is doing. They're not watching anything at all, not even the games. But would you really watch Gold Coast if you're not a Gold Coast supporter, I suppose? I don't know. They're actually not a bad side to watch, even though I hate Hardwick. Jonas Goat, SDS latest video. I've been bevoed, some drunk Supercoach. There's no such thing as drinking too much alcohol, but the video is proof. You've lost too many brain cells. Yeah, oh mate. Steve. He's a funny bastard. Here's some funny off-air chats. He's a good lad. Love SDS. If you haven't subbed to SDS, do so. He's a good man. Jonas Goat, forgot dodgy style, you lined up to what? Oh, sorry, wow. Forget doggy style, you lined up the Gambino for Bevo style. Sanders was also taught a lesson crossing the king of the West. Yeah. Isn't it funny, some of these coaches, fair enough, you're sort of disciplining players, but I think the other way around. Like, if I was a coach, at least he showed passion. He didn't want to be subbed. He was trying his heart out. Like, there's 2 ways to look at it, and that's how I'd be coaching. Like, you want the players to still have, especially young players. Like, he's not like a 26-year-old that, you could probably be harsh on. Like, he's just a kid. Like, anyway, he's better than half that side anyway. So I don't know what Bevo's doing, but I mean, he's the one getting paid and I'm doing a stream. So whatever. What about Rolly Garcia? What about him? He's a jet. How about I do a video on Rolly Garcia this week and we can talk about him? Because if you watch my video before this video, before the live stream, my trade update, I think I went through Garcia and his VFL numbers look good. He's just an accumulator. So I don't know how much mid sort of time he'll get when Weber comes back. I hope everyone held Weber that had him. But I think he looked good. 82 says something to me. It doesn't feel like it's a one-off. That's my gut feel. Whereas Biggie, I feel like it's a one-off. I'm not looking forward to these Stephen May comments if anyone's written anything about it. I don't really like Cheese. Just saying, I beat SDS in our matchup this week by 190 points. Wow. Don't tell his score to everybody, though, because he needs to do a video when it uploads. But I want to know what he scored now, because I've got him in a league somewhere. Wow. I feel like we might have scored the same, SDS. Wow. If you're still watching, we might have to have a drink. I don't really drink very often, though. Marek Cash Cow last year. Marek Cash Cow. Are we talking about the mid-season draft, Bouncy? Just confirm or deny. Oh, no. How many promos are you okay with in a single buy that's coming? How many promos are you okay with having in a single buy that's coming up? I actually don't know. I don't like cheese. I don't really like cheese. More than the rest of the competition. I feel like if you're upgrading every week, even if you're being super aggressive, you'd almost have a full primo side by then. That's why I've used so many boosts. I've been culling players a little bit earlier in terms of cash gen, but I've been trying to upgrade every week. Like I turned 2 rookies into a meek. That's not a huge flex, but 2 rookies into a guy that's going to make me 150k in my head, and he's got good points on the field. Like he scored 81. I know you guys jumped on him, and a 97. Like wait until I pay 50 grand to buy English. I'll be walking around like Conor McGregor on my stream. Anyway, Jonas Goat, the Maynard dog, the junkyard dog. Yeah, he just got a punchable head, doesn't he? This is the guy who's got a punchable head. May. He's a great defender, but has never played a full season. Will only average. That's fine. He just needs to do a job, Jonas. I'm just putting 2 rookies for a May potentially. If I don't go through with it on Wednesday night, I'll let you guys know. But from my study point of view, I wouldn't pick a player if I didn't think he could go 95 plus for 400k, and I feel like he will go 95 plus. Big quote, come to me at round 23. If I'm wrong, I'll buy you a drink, Jonas Go, if we're ever in the same area. But yeah. Anyways. Football flesh. So Stephen May is better than Sad Ross and Akers. Ooh. Yes, for his position, absolutely. Yes. And I wasn't having a go. I was just like, I thought you were pulling my leg. And I think it's because you mean the averages were around the same. But in terms of defenders, per line, Stephen May is going to be a close to top 6 from here on out. Now, I don't know why everyone would talk about Stephen May. You won't hear any other podcast talk about him this week. But in terms of his positional line, he's got a better chance of being around top 10 from here on out than what Seb Ross and Akers do. And Akers is a winger. So the only winger that's relevant in Supercoach would be McCluggage or Goulden. And that's obvious. And Goulden's the best kick in the competition. If anyone says Goulden's not the best kick in the competition, field kick, mate, what are you watching? And a lot of defenders are, actually, as well, to be fair. I mean, that's why they're down there. I'm not in DT. What does that mean? Like Dream Team? I don't really like cheese. I don't mind Stephen May, but I would be just scared that his scoring won't be enough to really boost how you go. Now, this is what I'm talking about too. I don't really like cheese. It's just for a roll. Like at worst case, it's my young cover for 2 or 3 weeks. He's pushed as a D7. I could go mass to May with like 50k as D7. Like talk about it that way. Let's say Williams gets to 340 after this week. You're paying 60k up to have Stephen May on your bench that can average you 90s. I mean, Jonas Goat caught it around 90. I mean, I'll take that. I mean, look at some of the other guys in your back line that are just proving the bet every time. So, yeah, that's why I've come up with the Stephen May thing. And he's averaged 90s his whole career. So, happy for a D6 if I'm just doing a fill-in role for injured players. So, I guess that's my point. But, yeah, it's probably like no one else is going to go there. Like, there's a reason why it's owned by 1%. And I might be that 1% on Wednesday night when I look at team sheets. But no, me, like my trades are pretty bad. Like, as in terms of like this is my trades this week in terms of like last minute stuff, and you guys are probably sick of it. But like my trades this week, my phone won't even do it. I brought in Garcia. I got rid of all the guys that were getting subbed pretty much. I got rid of Sanders, McKercher, brought in Comden, brought in Garcia. Who else did I bring in? Brought in another player. Oh, Young. So I turned 3 rookies. So, no, that's right. I got rid of Dempsey, Sanders, and Kircher for Young, Garcia, the St Kilda one, and Comden. I want to say 2 out of 3 had worked, but they didn't because one got injured. So you can't pick that. And funnily enough, I picked Young over Yo because of durability. Like, I don't know. Sometimes you just like, what's the point? Why am I going for the safe picks when the guy like Yo just grabbed 112 for doing nothing, for getting best on ground at 112 and Harley Reid? If you trade out Harley Reid, I think this is a huge call. I think he's a potential of being an F6, and I don't really care what anyone else can say because my forward line at the moment is Heaney, Jackson, Power. Oh man, Power scored 73. Yuck. Reid, Darcy, and Coleman. But I'm going to put Flanders in my forward line after this week, so I won't have to field Darcy. And then I might throw – who else can I throw forward? Might have to field Garcia at F6 instead of Comden because now he's playing forward. Who knows what the team sheets look at North? I'll have to have a look when that gets put out. But man, what a curveball. Cadman and Karmas can get out of my side too soon. I'm sick of them. Like, they're just plethering around at a certain point, and that's why I don't care. Like, you don't have to get every dollar out of these players. If your primo that you're chasing is going to go up 30k next week, there's no point holding on to a cash cow that's going to make a 20, 30k. You may as well do the swap in now. Sort of like trading in your old car, but not because at the dealership you get ripped off. But anyway, I think you know what I'm talking about. Brian, keep or get rid of Massimo? Yeah, I don't even know, Brian, honestly. When are the team sheets out? I mean, you could play it like that. I mean, break even would be okay. Let's have a look at the team sheets, as in the games when they're happening. So, round 7, my friend. Where are we? Hawthorn play the last game. Just loop him. Can you loop him, Brian? Can you loop Massimo? Sorry, I've got so much energy tonight. This is not normally me, but it actually is. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. It depends. The way you look at rookies is you cull the rookies that have the highest break even. Like, if they've got a 70 break even, just get rid of them. Now, because Massimo scored like a 90 the week before, and he's got scaled up to 60 by now, I think he's probably, in my book, a hold. But if that gets you a Houston early, if that gets you a Walsh early, just get rid of the rookies. If they get you a primo early, just grab them. But on the flip side of that, I want to quote something, and like, just purely. Now, if you're trading, and this is not a dig at someone either, if you're trading out of Matt Roberts, that's a stupid trade, right? Because Matt Roberts has shown form all year, right? And if you're getting rid of Matt Roberts for a, I don't know, let's just say Houston or Whitfield, I feel like that's the play you don't do. Like, his on-field scoring, he's owned by 40%, 47% of competition, but on-field, 76, 69, 94, 98, 80. If you watch Sydney games, he takes kickouts, and he took a lot on the weekend, and that's why he scored 117. So it'd only be trading out rookies that are a sub-risk, or they're averaging 60s and they can get you somebody. But, like, let's say example, right, Sharp had a negative break-even of 7, and he scored 67 this week. I don't really care about Sharp because he only had one huge game. He hasn't showed consistency. So I'd be getting rid of Sharp around 350. I'm getting rid of players that I think will max out. Like, Dempsey was a total punt. Dempsey could have kicked me in the butt this week. Dempsey scores 80. I look like an idiot for going early and using a boost to bring in Garcia to just make more money to get an early upgrade. So I had to take a punt there, but I thought Dempsey for 300k is around where I think he's going to be because of the team sheets were named, and the Geelong Cats side looks so much stronger. So I thought he's not going to get a lot of ball. He might go 80 next week, but what I'm saying is he's halted his cash gen anyway. So sometimes he's a rookie that he was a 50-50, and I feel like he was a bit of a trap and he sucked us in. Like, he made me 80k, got me an early upgrade, but that's what I call a trap rookie, where you've paid up for him and he's given you one good score and then he's done a bad score and you're like, oh. And this is where I think Biggie is a trap rookie. Now, if Biggie scores a 90 next week, I'm happy for you guys, but there was no way in hell as a Tiger supporter I was going to grab Biggie. Even listening to other podcasters, like, sometimes you got to go with your gut. And you got to watch the game too. Like, if you want to watch rookies, I threw my phone again. You watch rookies in the AFL app. I don't know how many times, I don't think I've told you guys a lot, but if you go to AFL app right now, right, you can see all the players' highlights. And this was exactly what I did with Lloyd Meek, right? It's nothing genius. I think a lot of YouTubers would do it. So I don't know if you can see my phone. Anyway, you really can't because it's too bright, but it's brighter than my future. But if you type in stats in the right-hand corner on the AFL app, then you go into players and you search any player you want. Let's say Max Gorn, and then you can watch. You'll have a little thing beside his name saying watch, and you can watch all the highlights about that player. You don't have to listen to a single person about that player, and you can, get an idea of how they played and how well they did play. And that's what I did with Meek. I was like, all right, I don't know what about Meek. I knew he played at Freo. He was good when Darcy was injured. His scoring looked good. Then I was like, all right, I'll watch highlights of him and I'll see if I personally like him. Not what a Hawthorn supporter says or whatever, or his job security is a bit shaky, I then compare the player that they're competing a spot for. So that's where you got to tie into the two and go, all right, do I get rid of him? Who's Massimo's competition? And was this Sam Mitchell just once off? Like he did it with Seamus Mitchell last year, and he was going all right. I mentioned that before. So I don't think Massimo is a trade out, and that was a really long way of explaining something. And I hate when I do that, but you guys are still watching, and the views gone up, so whatever. Anyway, I don't really like cheese. Keep sending through your questions, guys. I'll answer all of them. Like I don't know how long I'll be going for, but you guys can be entertained for a long time. You always do. So, and this one's going on YouTube this time. So, yeah. What do you think about Jai Caldwell as a possible forward option? He's not an accumulator for the most part, but he plays hard footy style. All right, I won't skip over any of these questions, but it will make me study a little bit of a player. And just looking at his scores, I'll have a look. So Ford are the guys that you can take a punt on, though. Like in saying that, if you like him, I don't really like cheese, I'd go for it. But this is his scores. Ooh, okay. So I might have to tie in something else with this. Is we've got to look at his scores in correlation with his CBAs for it to be a pick. So he's 455k for everyone else out there. He had a break even of 77. He was averaging 84. His high score was 97, and his lowest was 67. So his floor's okay. Like his bad game, but his fixture is something you got to look at too. So they're the three things you're probably thinking about. So he scored well this week. I should say he scored what, a 129. And what, they had Parish and Merritt in there too. So, I mean, it's not a bad shout, but he hasn't turned up once. He's been 1 point off off 2 games. So he scored a 67, 72, 99, 99, 83, and then scores a 126. Based on that, I don't really like cheese. I don't like it. I see 3 scores under 85 and 3 above 99. Fixture looks good. He's 455k. I'd rather pay an extra 100k to watch the next 3 games. And if he goes bananas, jump on him at 550. If you risk it at 450k now and he beat his break even, he'll be about 475. My math might be off. I don't think I'd want to pay for a guy that's only turned up once and he's got 299s there. But his role, I only listened to this in my headphones this game. So if you guys got visual, I'll have to watch the game Monday, Tuesday when I get some time. It's an interesting pick, an interesting shout. I like unique players. So he's an absolute pod. He's 1%. So he'll make it or break it for you, Cheese. If you want to go there, sure. But at 470k, I feel like we could find something else, in the forward line there. So, yeah, interesting. I don't know. What do you guys think about? I don't really like Cheese Smoky of a pick. What else have you written there, mate? Also, he's played most half forward this season and plenty of CBAs this week, and looks great. Yeah. So playing half forward to get those scores is pretty good. Do you think he gets those CBAs, or do you think he's obviously behind Merritt and Parish? But Parish is 1 week away from tearing a calf. So, yeah, you don't want a 1 week role change. This is my issue with Dawson. And he fumbled a lot from what I could hear on the radio when I was listening to it for 2 hours. But you know what I hate, though? When I'm at work on a Thursday, Friday night, I hate listening to some of the commentary team because you can't hear who's got the ball. They'll talk about some stupid, the windows look good. I don't know, just stupid stuff. And you're like, tell me who's got the ball for Supercoach purposes. Oh, my God, I'm onto something. Maybe they should have a radio station purely for Supercoach numbers. Like, so you can hear that, I don't know, that Gorn's got another tap out that's effective. He scored 1 point. Not too exact, but you know what I mean. Whoa! Did you? Okay, you can all read that. DPPs are up. Are they, actually? Oh, my God. Whoa. Okay, Supercoach is back open right now. All right, we're going to get a live. We won't get a live team review because you guys are asking me questions. Oh, no. Oh. Just for the record, I only lost 979 spots. I'm season rank of 7,962. My team value is 12.565 million, so 12 and a half roughly, just over. and I only dropped out to 7K. At this stage, I'm fine with that because if you look at my team in my team review, you look how strong it is on paper. So I'm okay with that. I'll take the L this week. I scored like crap. I'm not saying it's an amazing score. Top 24%, so that's not good at all. Congratulations, you won 6 out of 11 leagues. That is not good. Why don't I get freaking streamers for that? Oh my god, the DPPs are in. Now you're getting me excited. All right, so Kosi got DPP, and this is my team. So, yeah, Young got DPP, Massimo got DPP. Everybody wins DPP. This is like an Oprah show. Roberts got DPP for defender. We knew that was going to happen. Will Graham, oh, he was already DPP. I'm an idiot. Meek can wear a crown because he scored 97. Heaney got DPP, so he's now a mid forward. Karmas eligible, of course, defender forward. Comden, defender forward as well. Powell got mid forward as well. Reed was already mid forward. So that's a lot of mid forward DPP swings and opened a lot earlier than what I thought Supercoach would. So you can have a play around with your sides. For instance, I'm going to put Young on the midfield bench and bring in some May or something like that. Yeah, but I don't even know what trade. So let's have a look real quick because a lot of you Zach Williams owners. Okay, this is my opinion, and take it how you want it. Zach Williams now has a 62 break even, right? Personally, I think he's a trade. I'm done. I'm done with this guy. He's in 58% of sides. He's made me 111K. He's had on-field scores for my team for 70, 81, 92, and I looped him this week. And I took closely's score, of course. So I think he's done his role, and I think it's time to go Zach Williams. Feels like you've been eliminated from some show. You've been shafted. Now, Massimo's break-even's 45. So on that basis, I'm holding for that question before. And he's made you 123K. Young lost $1,000, but Tommy Stewart's got to be cheap. He's got a 137 break-even. He's 538K. Jump on in 2 weeks because you won't be disappointed. Or will you? Sheezel. Oh, my. Wow. 644,000 for Shees. If you didn't start him, I don't blame you, but wow. I've got a lot of price drops. I'll have a look at some players in a second, and we might go through them, but I'm getting a lot of comments, so you guys are off your head. Harry Reid is a question I reckon I'll get. Now, if he's 393K and I didn't own him, I'd actually probably bring him in. This is his last 3 scores. He's now an antipod. He's 91, 108, 147. And the man looked good on the weekend, like really good. So I'll do a team review after this stream, but I think this stream's going to go for a long time, and I'm in. Ryan Bradshaw. I watched 5 or 6 games and a half on Sunday games because of my own footy. True. Okay. That's what you want to hear too. These are the guys you want in your comment section too because they're actually valuable asset because they know what's going on. So, and he plays footy. So you definitely know what you're talking about. Not that you need to play footy to know what you're talking about. Yeah, very good. Love that. That's cool. I'd love to play again. My shoulder won't hold up. Jonas Goat. Jeez, Cottle was really good. Way better than most. Overrated, overpaid players in the comp. Darcy Parish. You know who else is overrated and overpaid? Probably Dylan Shield. I can't believe that guy still plays. I reckon he sits down to pee. I don't really like cheese. Trust me, Jonas. I'm a Dons fan. I really struggle with Parish. Never been a fan. Wow. I know somebody who knows Parish. So I'll tell him that. Nah, jokes. Yeah. I've actually been a fan of Parish, just on the opposite opinion. I always, maybe because he always teared us apart in dream time. At the same time, I've really given him all. But yeah, he always dominates us. Anyone does this year, though. Jonas Goat. Judd McVie is getting more kick-ins than 7. I definitely know that, but thank you. I'm definitely well aware of that. Hopefully he gets injured then. Not actually. Cadman has been a decent cash cow. Yeah, unreal. And to think I wasn't going to start this peanut. He comes high up to the ground too. His break-even's 36, so he can probably hold again. But like I said, he's not going to make much more cash from here. Who's you guys? You got Brisbane, Sydney, Essendon. That sucks. Mind you, he still scored a 64 against Saints and 60 against Carlton. He's not bad for a rookie, but he's made us 150K. Yeah, exactly 152K. So he's been a fantastic rookie. I really like the look of him. I'd have him at Richmond, wouldn't you? I don't really like cheese. I've I've got a lot of fattened cash cows. Go milk them, cheese. And then you will make some cheese if you want to make it go off. Mass, Z Williams, Harvey Thomas, Sharp, Ollie Dempsey. Who goes first? Oh, man. Well, definitely not Meek, because you guys know how much I love Meek. If he was here, I'd probably kiss him. I wouldn't really have to go. Who would I get? I'd have to look at the break evens, but you can see your side better than what I can. Just with the whoever's got the highest break even, but take Meek out of the equation and take Sharp out of the equation. Oh, I still like Mass. Okay. Okay, I'm going to answer this. Zach Williams probably, then Dempsey and Harvey Thomas if you put up a sticker because he's hot and cold. He's like Katy Perry song. He's like a 25 and then 100 next week, and that's too much. It's like a bipolar pick. Sorry for anyone that has that. Yes, I think I named them for you. I don't know that. Cheese. Brian, I don't think I'll be able to loop because. Yeah, okay. Oh, man. Okay. Brian, question for you. Can you get, like, let's say you got Mass and Williams or something like that. Can you just upgrade around him for D6? Or does that mean you're fielding a Draper or something? And how much money do you have in the bank is my follow-up question, I guess. I'd be upgrading around Stewart, but we don't know how long Stewart's out for too. So if the injury comes out Tuesday night and I think the Stewart injury is overs, I'll let you guys know because I feel like I'm pretty good with injury time lapse, way better than some, like actual medicos. I'm not a doctor, just FYI. But anyways, FPL Down Under, I watch every game except when there are two on at the same time. That is pretty much me too. Yep. Unless I'm on a Tinder date, which hasn't been a while, so I've got no stories for you. Not for this stream, anyway. Yeah, that's pretty good. FPL Down Under. That's what you want. I love people that watch a lot of games, especially in the comments, because they can tell you a lot of things that you might have missed. They might be watching the other game. Max Holmes or May? It was May, Football Fletch, that I was talking about. But who would I pick from here on out if money wasn't an issue? I don't know what Holmes scored, but I'd rather Holmes because he's DPP. How much is Holmes? Don't make me look at players like this. I don't think he's really turned up, though. That's my only issue with Max Holmes. He could have been Sutton. He could have been... Yeah, okay. That's not a bad punt. Like, but he's just... I mean, he's 100 grand more than Maine. I think he averages the same. Put it that way. His scores were right, though. I wonder what it's affected by. I wonder if it is affected by a Stewart and whatnot. 84, 87, 95, 97, 98, 112. Yeah. So who are the top 6 players in each line? Yeah, I just seen that. Zach, thank you very much. So let's go through. I'll get to the questions in a second. So on average, this is the top 8, and this is probably not very accurate sometimes because it's not how it's going to pan out for the rest of the season. But in your defense, you got Ryan and Sheaves both averaging 127. That's insane. If you started both, you're probably top 1%. Houston 115, Yo 114, Dacos 111, McGovern 109, Boston 107, Blakey 107. Now, a lot of people asked me about Blakey this weekend, and I do apologise. He did bang out a 112, but I still don't think he is top 6. I can name 6 other players better than him that I'd rather on my side. But if you want to go Blakey, I mean, like, he's good to watch. Like, that guy breaks lines like you wouldn't believe. Like, man, he can run. The most awkward-looking head, though, on him, doesn't he? He just looks like a bobblehead. Like, this is a really strange-looking unit. But a good footballer. Nick Martin's in the back line as well. He's a pretty good pick. I'd love Nick Martin in my side now. You know what's annoying about Nick Martin, though? Like, if you're an owner of him, his turnovers would annoy you. And the fact that he needs 35 touches to grab 114 is ridiculous. Like, if you look at his numbers. Anyway, Whitfield went cold, so I know he was a bit of a pod. That's a couple of 80s in a row, I'm pretty sure. Clark was a bounce-back game. I was considering him too a little bit, Jordan Clark, because he takes kick-outs. So, yeah, the top 8 from here on out is interesting because there's a whole heap of guys from 97 to 115, but you got to think what will they average out from here on out because you're buying them from now. You're not buying them for the average. I mean, price-wise you are. So for me, this is my top 6, just for you guys. I think Ryan and Sheasel are probably still, I don't know, it's early days, but I think they're still, I think Ryan will outscore Sheasel in total. I think he's got a better ceiling. Then Sheasel is probably D2 for me. Dacos, I feel like, is probably D3. I feel like he's got a huge scores coming in him soon. Houston and Martin probably tie for D4 for me. I'm not really sure. Young is about the same, D5 potentially, and then D6. D6 is probably Tom Stewart, in my opinion, from here on out. And then there's a few smokies. I don't like Voston, for anyone asking me, just based on being a Tiger supporter. Yeah, I don't know. I've never picked him in Supercoach. I don't really pick players in my own team. I feel like a lot of you guys wouldn't either. Skids Fit, nice to see you again, mate. Will Day should be back next week. I wonder if that will affect Massimo's spot. Will Day plays midfield. Massimo doesn't. He played in the back line from what I saw. 3 weeks ago, he was playing on the wing. So I don't think it will. I don't know in the team sheets. I'll have a look who I think it will get rid of. But it does mean Meek will get more tap to advantage points. Any chance I get to talk about Meek, you guys know I will. Bonner. Wait, what about Bonner? There's only so much I can contain. What about Bonner, Brian? Do you trade him? Is that what we're talking about? Football Fletch. Is Samberry injured for the next game? Oh, I listened to this game in headphones, and it was awful to listen to headphones. And I didn't want to go to SEN because I can't remember which commentator was on there. It might have been Gerald, and he's annoying me. Maybe it was the game after that. But is he injured for the next game? I mean, we won't know until Tuesday. Injury updates. I'll get back to you on that one. So I don't even know. If anyone can help him in there, let me know. Did he get subbed out? Potentially, I don't know. Should I hold Tom Green? So unsure. I'm going to get this one a lot, I feel. I'd 100% hold that bloke. Let's have a look at his numbers. Like, he's going to be good for us non-owners. Like, he's 48% owned by 50% owned by competition, 48% 3 weeks ago. So this is his scores for the people at home. 132, 152, 137, 109, 72, 80. Now, I'll have to have a look into why he is doing what he's doing. So his disposals have come down. So if you look at the first 3 games and the last 3 games, and this is exactly Took Millbase as well, both of these players need 30 touches to score you a decent score. I mean, he makes up for tackles, so don't worry about round 4. But if you look at round 5 and 6, wow, hold that quote. Round 6, he actually had 30 touches and still scored an 82. Maybe it's his efficiency. He gave three kicks away. So that automatically takes a whole heap of points. So the Carlton game, if he didn't have those 3 kicks, he probably would have turned up, because then they would have been for a tackle or whatever he did instead, and the points would be opposite, and he wouldn't lose 12 points just in that. So he almost would have turned up. The St Kilda game, he was on Jack Steele, and Jack Steele took him to the cleaners, called him the janitor. Although he did nothing this week, didn't mop a single floor. So, yeah, no, if I'm a Tom Green owner, you're with 50% of the competition, you're holding the bloke, because if you jump off him, he's going to go nuts at some point. Like, the guy's a freak. Don't jump off him. I'd upgrade around these primos now. I don't care if they've had a bad game or two. You just upgrade your primos and worry about sidewaysing them over the buys potentially. If they're still no good, if you can go 1 up every week and hold these primos, you're going to wait for all the other competition to just sideways all these primos, and they won't fully upgrade a side. In round 12, you have a fully upgraded side plus Tom Green, and everyone's got 4 primos still to upgrade because they just let go of every player that scored 2 bad scores, mate. So that's how I see it. I don't know how you guys see it, but there's no point. Like, he's already done what he's done. I mean, I'd be holding. He's gone cold, but 50% of you have him, so I'm sure that maybe 5% will trade him off because they're trigger figure, but whatever. It is what it is, and that's different super coaches. What's Sam Darcy's break even? Good question, Bouncy. I think if Glob comes back in the side, we are all in big trouble. I think he'd get dropped for Jamara. 32 break even. He's in 49% of sides. I don't know why more didn't jump on. Like, he's already made 161k. What are they watching? Tennis again? Tennis is a good sport, I'm not going to lie. I don't have a favourite tennis player. Actually, that's a lie. I do have a favourite tennis player. I've got 2 favourite tennis players, and they've never been any good. You want to know who they are? Ask me if you do. Anyway, Crazy Tree. Why are you called Crazy Tree? I'd like to know, Crazy Tree. Far out far, not a good week. Wow, okay. Confused me. I thought I was having a stroke. Is Stewart injury bad? I thought someone said it was a broken nose or something. I'm not too sure. My phone is vibrating. I got a Snapchat. Yeah, not sure, mate. I'll have to check the injury report again. I'm sorry, my knowledge. I was watching the Freo and West Coast game, so my knowledge on Brisbane and Geelong is 0. So I was on Sarong watch. I made him my captain, so I do apologise. I was on captain Sarong watch, and he didn't score what I wanted him to score. I feel like he has to work so hard for his points. It's annoying. But yeah, I just complained. Whatever. The Australian Adventure, nice to see you, mate. I don't think I've seen you comment before, so thank you. How good's Essendon? Who's your favourite player? From Marcy B. Okay. Essendon, I don't know. How good are they? Look at the ladder. No, just kidding. Honestly, I don't know. I can never get a good gauge on Essendon any given year. They are so hot and cold, as I said before. Who's my favourite player? If you're talking about Richmond, it's probably got to be Dusty. If you're talking about overall, that's a good question. Probably the Bont. The Bont is probably my favourite player to watch. I'd say Bont by a mile. I can't really even think of a second for you. And then there's players I like to not watch, like Green. He annoys me. But those ones that are annoying, you want to be on their side. You'd love to have an arrogant player beside you, because I was that player. I was an arrogant bastard. I remember one guy. I remember I knocked some guy into the behind post, and like the crowd was like, "Oh, you're my hero, number 25, whatever number it was." I was like, "Get over here and say it." Or anyway, on fever. I loved a bit of, whatever. I loved a bit of footy biff. But now that the melees now, it's like all this jumper tugging stuff. It's like, why can't it be like the 90s where they just full go out? They're just so soft now. Anyway, whatever. The Australian Adventure, the Tigers better wake up. Dreamtime match. Nah, mate, we are done. We've got too many injuries and we're just playing like absolute crap. The young players we have in our team aren't showing anything. Like, there's a comment about Dow and Sonsi before, and we just drafted stones, really. Just pebbles. Just nothing. Just Jordan Dawson or Josh Kelly. I feel like Josh Kelly did all right because Cogs wasn't in the side. Josh Kelly's scores haven't been that bad. Jordan Dawson could bounce back. Jordan Dawson has more upside for me, mate, and less injury history, and could get DPP if he keeps playing down back. So Dawson, if I had to pick one of those two, gun to my head. I like those questions. If you want to give me a 1v1 question for which player I'd pick, I don't mind that at all. No. You thought I hated May as a player. I hate Zorgo. McKenna, whatever you want to call him, is coming back, and he takes kick-out duty. So I'm not sure how that would affect Zorko. If I was taking Zorko, it'd be after the buys when my team's fully upgraded, and I'd wait till that's probably the most smart answer I've thought of for Zorko. I'd wait till my team's upgraded, and he'd be my last upgrade. That way, if I do need to trade him out, it's only him, because he's just one injury away from being on the 6-week injury list. Biggie or Garcia? Crazy Tree, you're definitely crazy. Is this legitimate? Garcia every day of the week, twice on a Sunday. I love Garcia. Maybe not love. The only thing to note is Garcia's a first-year player. Biggie's been in the system for 3, 4, 5 years, something like that. But he's getting dropped for Dawson for sure, in my opinion. And as a Tigers man, never loved him. Couldn't break his side. He played like 2, 3 games. I don't even know how many games he played for us. Not a lot. So, yeah, he's too small. He's just going to get out-bodied every week. Needs to eat a couple burgers or something. Jonas Go, the Wiggle song. Chug a big red car, meek. Chug a big tall star. Look, I don't know if he's a star yet in the Sky Jonas. Maybe end of the season, but he's showing something. Like the bloke, he he hunts the ball. Like when you watch Ruckman, he gives me Nankervis vibes. Players like Toby, like he may not win the hit out, but he's going to follow up. He's going to try to tackle. He's all right up forward. Like he's shown what he can do. Probably needs to take more marks around the ground, in my opinion. But he fights. There's no way Reeves is getting back in the side. And like Meek outscored Marshall by 46 points. So maybe he's just going to be my R2 for the year. I don't know. I never really thought of that, actually. But he's got Grundy next week, and Grundy's just come off hot form. Grundy's going to steam train him, and like his hit-outs to advantage are going to be sharked. So I'm nervous about next week. What did Witsy put against Grundy? No, let's not do that. Then I'll scare myself about Meek. What is Meek? Wait, Jonas, and I don't really like cheese. Before I answer more comments, oh my God, how much has he made for us? Well, don't pick Meek. Meek's an absolute trap. Well, stuff you, whoever thought Meek was a trap, for so far, so good. And if he gets 40 next week, then you can have a go at me. So he's made us 80K. That is good as a rookie. That's 2 weeks in 80K. So Meek Train, he's 437. We bought him for, what, 357? That's bad mathing. That's really bad mathing. Whatever. We've made 80K. He's now got a break even of 72. Ooh, that stings. Ooh, does he get 72 against Sydney? I don't know, but I don't care because English is coming down. So the price difference between English and Meek next week might only be, what is English? All right, hold that thought. So Meek is 437 and English. Thank you everyone for joining this stream too. This is good numbers for me. If you look at my subs compared to my numbers viewing, I do appreciate it. Anyone that hasn't subbed to my channel, sub and I'll do a Sunday live stream all the time. That's the plan anyway. So English is 611, got a break even of 177. If he scores 104, he'll drop 33K. So that will make him 580 next week. Let's say Meek goes up 20K. There could be a 150K difference, Jonas Goat, if Meek plays all right between him and English, which doesn't sound like a lot, but at least it's not paying 700 and something K for English. So, yeah, and I like English. Everyone was like, English, I'm going to trade out English. I'm like, yeah, okay, good one. I'll just trade out my whole side. Sam Darcy, B32. Thank you very much, FPL Down Under. Very well. Some good comments in here. I'm loving this. Mason, that's a cool surname. Jagger. You're related to Mick. Can anyone else make me feel better and not having Harley Reid? I'll make you feel better. Do you want to know his 3-round average, mate? This will make you really, really better. So his 3-round average. You'll probably delete my stream now, but here's a 3-rounder if you don't already have him of 115. So Abs Magic, if you're watching this at home, he's averaging 115. It means you have to bring him in for 393K this week. And I hope you do. I think he's going to anti-pod him, though. So he's going to be an F6. I actually tweeted that to him to wind him up. But here's the runs on the board. That guy's a master. He bring in Sam Walsh. Mate. I don't know how he does it. He's got a crystal ball. Somebody need to investigate that man. So knock on the door. Skidsfit, do you think it's too early to go on Riley Garcia if it helps you get a primo? No, I don't think it is. I will do a deep dive into Riley Garcia. Oh my God, my internet almost crashed again. If my internet crashes out, I will stream back on. That is the 3rd time it's glitched out. Now I'm scared. I'm looking at my Wi-Fi like it's going to rob me. Yeah, no, I like him. I don't mind going early, but it means if you go early, you won't be able to get a rookie that played this week. So let's have a look at the rookies that played one game under 200K, and Rogers didn't play well for us. So one game rookies. Oh, man, what do I do that for? Let's have a look just to answer your question because it actually might hinder it long term. Oh. No, don't do it, I don't think. Sarong scored a 39. Why is my Wi-Fi glitching like it's on Tourette's? Like it's got Tourette's. No, don't go early on him because we've got no one else to go to unless Lee Galea is named in the side with Sam Taylor back in. So I actually don't think you do that. I'd rather go and have a look elsewhere. let's come back to that at some point. Let me know if you've got a plan B, because you don't. There's no one else after that. So I think by looking at that, I won't go early on him either, or else I have no one to go one up, one down the week after. So no, we don't go early on him. Oh my God. He's got a message. Oh, okay. Just the Australian Adventures, Justin Essendon player. Oh, Zach Merritt, hands down, mate. That's not even. Yeah, that's insane. And I've got a flog opinion. The actually one I really like to watch when he's on fire is probably Jake Stringer. Stay away from school, Stringer. FPL down under. Tom Stewart will be out due to concussion, but face planted into someone's back and looked like he was concussed before he hit the turf. Yeah, well, probably only 12 days then, so probably misses a week or two. So you probably hold him like a teddy bear at a carnival. Another quick question. Thoughts on NVM? Yeah, thoughts on Nas. Well, I wish I was as quick as him. I wish I could kick like him, and I don't wish I played for St Kilda. Let me have a look at him. Defender, St Kilda. I swear if my internet buggers up like it did in the other day and I tune out, I'll be back on because it's glitching like you wouldn't believe. Ooh, yeah, I mean, he dropped to 69, but they got smashed. I'd hold him again. I'd just upgrade around him. Sorry if that's such a annoying phrase, but he's got a Marvel run coming up soon. I mean, he's got West Coast, Hawthorn, and North 3 out of the next 6 games, so you're probably holding him. He's averaging you 98 as right now. Before they got thumped, he was averaging you 103, so I'd be holding him. So, yeah, it doesn't matter how long the question is, I'll answer him anyway. When does this come out? Tuesday. I don't know if you're saying that because I keep saying it, but yeah, Tuesday. FBL down under. He walked off the ground, though. He wasn't stretchered, but he was subbed out during the halftime. Yeah, that sucks for him. Hey, are we talking about Sam Barry or are we talking about Tom Stewart? The Adelaide game didn't tell me in the headphones. Tom Green has bad karma. The 23-year-old has power to a staggering start in the AFL. What? Is this a copy and paste, bro? Yeah, okay. He'll be fine. I'm not worried about Tom Green. I'm worried about Richmond showing up this Wednesday. Dempsey break even. Good question. I traded the bastard out. What's his break even? I feel it'd be pretty high compared to his average, if that makes sense. I'm pretty sure that makes sense. Dempsey. I'm glad he didn't go big this week, or else I would have been terrified. All right, is Oliver Dempsey from the Cats, 306k. He went up 8k this week, so it was the right call to move him on, Brad. He has a break even of 66. He's averaging now. What, 77? What are you averaging, Dempsey? Wow, that's way off. He's averaging 71. So break even of 66. Play the numbers game. You're getting rid of him. And the next few games, he's got Carlton, Melbourne, Port Adelaide. Do you really? Yeah. He's made his bank. Just get rid of him. Not that you're asking, do I get rid of him? But yeah, there's no point holding a bloke like that. Would Sanders go sub again? It's Bevo. So yeah, Football Fletch, I reckon he probably would. Yeah. Just to spite us, right? Yeah. I don't trust Bevo as far as I can throw him. That's what my dad would say. My dad, he won't be watching this stream right now, but he picked up Ryan Mansell about a month ago. Do you ever look at Team of the Week? My dad will have Team of the Week because he picked someone like that. Like, he picked Ryan Mansell. I said, yeah, I'll put it on my YouTube channel. I always forgot because I just, who the hell picks Ryan Mansell? Dad, if you're watching, delete your team. Don't, because you probably win $1,000 one week or $2,000 because you got the weirdest side ever. What did you score, mate? Yes, I did say when the team came out. Scored 19-16 the year you were born. Sorry if you are old, because that's really rude, actually. Yeah, I scored really bad. I only lost 979 ranks down to 7,962. So we're okay. We're okay. It's okay. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. That's what my parents say every day. I don't really like cheese. Theo, Dempsey has a break-even of 66. Thanks for helping him. I don't really like cheese. I don't really like milk. I actually do. I work for a dairy. I do Aldi milk. Not that you guys ask. But yeah, I don't really like cheese. Sharp 72 break even. What? I was hoping to get to full. No, it's not. I don't really like cheese. You're pulling my leg. I don't remember my third one. I don't know if I can say this stuff. I'm still going to publish this though. Whatever. 72 break even. He does too. It might be time to go, but his fixture looks good for a wingman. He might be able to fly. I mean, he's got Bulldogs and he's got Richmond. He might do it right. I mean, we're playing Marlon, Pickett, and McIntosh on the wing. He will tear them apart. Pickett might be able to catch him, but that's all he can do. He can't keep up with Sharp. Sharp's just, he's a Sharpie, mate. He's unreal. I like Sharp. If you went him over Carroll, pay yourself on the back, which I just did. Cash gen is really sucking us dry at the moment. Mason, I love that surname. Would you double downgrade this week to upgrade? Would you downgrade this week or upgrade? Downgrade meaning I'm going to miss Hugo Garcia on McAuliffe. I think it is safe to miss McAuliffe, in my opinion, but there's nothing on the horizon. So if I was in this position, probably double downgrading based on putting myself in your shoes, and that's what I got to remember to do when I get the comments like this. So yeah, double downgrade for me. You'll know by Wednesday night team sheet. Excuse me. So that game is Wednesday 7:25. So you know 6:30 if McAuliffe is worth bringing in, because if his name's sub, you're not even considering it. So that will probably determine what you do, and that's why it's hard to talk about trades early on, because the team sheets, like, mate, you guys would hate me sometimes. Like, I Chris Scott the hell out of my trades because of last minute things I hear, and I'm so, yeah. Like, I think I picked Hugo Garcia like 10 minutes before the bounce. So, like, when I do an updated trade video on a Thursday, I'm not on purposely catfishing. Like, I just saw he wasn't going to get named sub, and I didn't even talk about him, I don't think, in my preview. And then all of a sudden I grabbed him, and I was like, yeah, not sorry, but sometimes you just got to do what you got to do, what I'm meant to do, make a 5-minute video 10 minutes before the bounce. When I picked him 5 minutes before the bounce instead of picked him. So I'll double downgrade. Sorry, the comments come through still, so it's good. Going for like almost 2 hours now. Well done. How do you say that? Skick? Yeah, right. Thoughts on Petrarca against Richmond potentially? Oliver break even 126. I'd go there. I think I said earlier on, I think he probably is pretty close to making that break even. So for me, I think he's at a good price. He'll smash us. He'll score 141. And if he scores 141, come back to my comments, give me a sub. FPL Down Under, I was talking about Tom Stewart. Yes, sorry. Okay, you were talking about Tom Stewart. Yes, my bad. Cannot multitask. Whoa! Oh, what was his name? Hectic Lebo. Well, before I answer this question or whatever you've written, what car do you drive, Hectic Lebo? Scored 2043, but I'm 8K short from doing Dempsey, Williams out for Walsh and Garcia. Well, my friend, you have come to the right channel, my friend. So what can you spend for that money? So you're 8K short of Walsh, but I can give you a better opinion on a player that might be somewhere near the realms of your money. So what is Walsh? Why do I have all this energy? I'm hungry. Someone order me a HSP. Okay. So 576, you're 8K short, and I'm one brain cell short of being another chromosome. So you have 500, that was rude, 568K? Yeah, you got 568K. What would I be doing with that? I'd be buying a house. 568K, who can you bring in? Ugh, yuck. Don't even right now. Yeah, that's an issue. You might have to do something else with that, because that gives you, okay, so you're looking at a midfielder for 5-7, that range of money. Oh, man. Oh. You know what? I don't really care if this is unpopular opinion. You know who I like for a really cheap primo? George Hewitt. George Hewitt, mate. This is his scores. Now, it's just pure M8 basic. If you're shopping and you're not shopping at Coles and Woolies and you're shopping at the reject shop, actually, he's probably better than that. Let's give the man credit. This is George Hewitt's price, right? 521,000 scores of 106, 76, 124, 103, 105, 110. If I wanted an M8 that's 520k that I think can do Dawson numbers, that can do Josh Kelly numbers, I'm on a budget because my cash gen sucks right now. I'm grabbing George Hewitt. And I was going to grab him this week, but I never really spoke about him because I thought you guys would be like, why are you grabbing George Hewitt? But I like the look of him. And I think Ben from Insider has him. So that's saying something. But yeah, for 520k, man's averaging 104. Could do worse, M8, than that. But yeah, I'd rather go Walsh somehow if you can get to him. Do that because you might sleep better at night. Would you trade Dogger if that meant you could get to Houston? No way. Josh, no. This is the reason why. Doggo will probably be F6. You know, I mean, his last three averages haven't been fantastic, don't get me wrong, but he's going to get ruck time. He's going to play forward. The fixture looks juicy, like a porterhouse steak on a Sunday night. This is their fixture, mate. Like, even if he's playing forward, he's got the Dogs one, so he plays on Buku, tears him a new one. He plays Richmond, and he plays Sydney, St Kilda, and Collingwood. But mate, I'm holding Luke Jackson. If I wanted to flick him for the money, I would have done it about a month ago. When I was hearing this Darcy rumor every single weekend. Nothing worse than hearing rumors. I don't know if anyone else was annoyed, but like you hear that Will Graham or whatever, the Gold Coast bloke was going to be sub, or that he had hammy soreness. So many fake pages out there giving us fake heart attacks. So yeah, I don't know, mate. That's a hard one. I would not if I had him. I'd upgrade around him because I can't see many forwards I like better. And our rookie defenders, they're doing okay, apart from the ones that got subbed and ones that might not play again. What do you do? Or do I use my last boost? I play aggressive, so I'd use my last boost. Zach Rashad, best mid under 638k. Do I get 600kers or go Walsh? Oh, mate. Good question, Zach. Very good. Let me look. I'm probably reluctant to say Walsh. Like, the man's on fire, man. Like, under 600k is going to get you nothing but Sam Flanders, but I'm assuming you already got him. Because he'd be my only guy under 600k if I didn't have him. I'd grab. Oh man, Yo still looks good, unfortunately. 600k. Oh, best mid. Yeah, okay. Nah, Walsh, mate. I don't even have to look too far to realise that Walsh is the man of the hour. Call him Superman, but yeah, he's unreal. Welcome to the channel. I think you're the first woman on my channel, so hello, Jessica. There you go. Yeah, right. Cool. Very cool. Jonas Goat, what is everyone's team value? I'm at 12.5 million. What are you? Yeah, I'm on 12.5 million as well. That is a good question, actually. What are all your team values in there? I'm still thrown off. Jessica, are you real? I don't know, like cheese. 12.5 for me as well. Yeah, nice. I feel like that's a really good value of team. That was backwards. Maybe I'm Yoda. Zach, Walsh or Track? Oh. If money wasn't an issue, Track. And it's probably really based around injury concern and the fact that Melbourne have a really, really good fixture coming up, I'm pretty sure. Let me have a look. Give me 2 seconds, my friend. Melbourne, my back is sore from carrying the team. Where are we? Why can't I find you? Look, I'm just going to go Track on that question, honestly. I mean, there's just less risk factor. Melbourne. So Track's 623k, break even to 157. Oliver, we're not sure how long he's injured for. He's got the comments are like smashing through. So 108, 119, 146, 97, 140, 59. But then you'll get his fixture: Richmond, Geelong, Carlton, West Coast. And the next 2 out of 4, you got Richmond and West Coast. So I really like that. He plays, get out of town. He plays West Coast twice from here to round 17 and North Melbourne at round 15. And I'd probably trust him on the park. Like if I have the extra 60k, I'm probably picking track, and I don't think anyone else will agree with that. But that's my opinion, Zach. So, yeah. Theo, Dale, or Bose. Why are we talking about Bose? No offense. Let me have a look at Bose. I just haven't considered him. The guy, what's Bose like? He must be doing something to catch your attention, my friend. Why can't I find Bose? Does he play for Geelong? Yeah. What? I'm just going Dale with this one. I'm confused. Oh no, I can see Jack Bose. 410k. Let me have a look. Ooh, this is why you guys are talking about him. Okay. Ooh, good pickup. Okay, so as a sub, yeah, I see he scored a 35, but this is why he's been in the comments a lot. That's interesting. He's got DPP. He's a Geelong defender midfielder. Scores last 3, 97, 95, 95. It's pretty decent. Still going Dale. Bose has never showed it long term. So I'm going Dale on that if I had to take a punt. Ooh, I like these comments. Throw in some random players for me. I love that. 12.6 million. Damn. 12.6. That's pretty crazy. So I assume you've got like 1 or 2 dead rookies, maybe? No way. The Roblox kid. I've never played that game before. 12. How? Wow. Okay, that's crazy. 12.7 mil. Wow. Josh, what do I do with Whitfield? Seems like CD just hates him. Well, we might have to write into champion data, my friend. I don't know. I mean, he needs a lot of ball to get a lot of points, to be honest. And if his kicking's down, those kicking just he's very much like Martin. Like he can have an off day and score you one of those scores, but you know, he loves a good cheapy one too. Probably his uncontested game lets him down a little bit. So the Supercoach scoring. Yeah, I've never been a fan of the pick just because of his durability. Like if I'm going to take a punt, I'm going to take a punt on Yo because of his high ceiling. Yeah, Whitfield's always been a meh for me. So even I don't like him. Ozjan, I have faded Dacos and Gorn so far. Well, you're 1 from 2. You're 1 from 2. I can only get 1 this week. Who you going, mate? I'm only in shock because Gorn, without being too harsh. Gorn every day of the week. I love Gorn. I don't even have him. I need him, but I don't think I can ever get him. Crazy Tree, my way to BC and C, Merrin and Walsh. Love it. Yep, go for it. Love it. Josh, Houston must have no. Oh, no, he probably is because he's going to be F. Wow, what am I talking about? He's going to be D6 around, like, he's going to be top 6 defender. So, yeah, absolutely, Houston must have. But I wouldn't be paying 600k for it if I do it. Zach, is it okay to field Dempsey or Darcy F506? Oh, yuck. It's okay if Lob gets dropped. Yeah, I'd be trying to upgrade that so quick. That's awful. Yeah, nah. That's why I'm out of the Dempsey pick I traded in this week. I don't really like cheese. Bose is coming in for me. Loving what I'm seeing. Just a swing to use when I need. Yeah, the DPP is really good. That almost might be better than the bloody Stephen May thoughts, really. And no one's attacked me about Stephen May, really. Just everyone's no comments is enough. But yeah, interesting. I like it. I like the Bose pick just for that shout. I mean, you've had a few of you guys put him in, so you guys are working harder than what I am. Maybe it's because I didn't watch that Cats Prison game because I was on Sarong Watch on West Coast. But yeah, interesting. I'll have to have a look at tape. I know he had a hot start a couple of years ago for Gold Coast and like smashed it out the park and then got injured. So I've always been worried about his injury concern, but man, I love Yo, so I don't really know. Interesting. Jonas Go. I traded Zachy Ferret in for a 108, 109. Hopefully he scores proper VC. Yeah, he is an absolute jet for a VC. You know who I like better on VC for that day, though? Dacos. I think Dacos is going 140 for that game. I'm actually going him into Bont this week. I think Dacos and Bont, the 1-2 punch. But yeah, it always happens when you trade in a primo. They're always just they're mediocre. That's why you never pay top dollar for them. And you get guys that are sort of 550 range like Walsh or something, because at least you don't get paid for disappointment. So yeah, I don't know. If you haven't already, sub to the channel, give us a like, because Sunday night live streams will be a thing. And thank you for all the viewers so far. Wow, one dead rookie, Zach Reed. So who's your R3? Who is Meek your R3? You're wild, Ozjan. You might have to tell us what we should be doing. What is your rank, by the way, too? That's insane. I'd like to know. Theo, a regular viewer, thank you. Dempsey's break even. Would you do it for Bolton or Jackson? Bolton. With Sean Darcy back in the side, probably Bolton, mate. Bolton's just so impactful. Can kick goals. He's actually showing better goal kicking this year. So, sorry, there's some comments like always break my concentration. Yeah, Bolton. It's hard to say too, because I'm always anti-Richmond players. I don't know if anyone is a fan of this, and when you're a fan of your own team, you can be a bit anti-pod because, you sort of watch them games. But Bolton's probably the only Richmond player I'd pick this year, because he turns it on even in a loss. Like, he's scoring, he's probably going to be F6. He will be F6, but he'll be top 6. Jackson would be thereabouts, but he might have a few lower games than what Bolton might. I don't know. I just feel like Bolton's running through the middle. He's kicking everything. He looks fantastic. If it wasn't for Bolton, would be winless. Track VC. Yeah, I love Track this week against Tigers, mate. He'll go 141. I reckon is my exact score. He might even go 180. Josh, if you had to pick one this week, Walsh or Houston, I'm a risk it man this year. So depending how risky your team looks, if you don't got a lot of risk, I'm going Walsh. Yep. Walsh got the seal and the hurt. He's got a VCC option. Whereas Houston, he's got a big ceiling game in him, but he's also got a low game coming around the corner, sort of like Luke Ryan did. So if you have a look at Houston's scorings, like he's dropped a few 60s in seasons, like back-to-back 60s as well. So, yeah, Houston just has blinders every now and then. That was one of them. What about what? I don't understand, my friend. I don't even know how to say that name, but the man of the Husky. What do you mean? Oh, break even. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I've been doing this for almost 2 hours. His break even. So Massimo's break even is I don't know why I could not read that for the life of me. It's pretty low. It's 45. Yeah. So that's not bad. It's okay. If you get sub one more time, then you get rid of him. But you're not going to lose cash this week, I do not think. Not the last game, so I don't even know if he starts sub. I don't think he'll start sub. What about Zorgo? Hey, Zorgo. No, thank you. You can pick Zorgo. If you watch enough Brisbane games and you think he's going to take kick out still, and you think he's durable, and you think his body can hold for 18 rounds, and you're not fielding a Yo, you're not fielding a Nathan Fife, you're not fielding all these risky players, and you think you can swing him somewhere for a time being. Like, he's a midfield forward, so worst case you can hold him on your bench for a while. But if you want to take that risk, get that money, yeah, go for it. But as long as you've got a bailout option and you've got decent rookies to cover him going down for a couple of weeks is my only concern. If your rookies look like good scorers, then yeah, go for it. But if your bench looks meek and you got like Sexton and you're running Reed and you got Caulfield and Gibgis and you got a lot of dead rooks, I wouldn't be taking a punt on him, especially if you've got Carrolls and you're still holding guys at a sub-risk every week. What do you do if he's a last-minute out? You're going to field. You're going to field Carroll. You're going to field Sanders, like cash gen's pretty bad. You'd have to have a really solid team to bring in Zorko is what I'm trying to get down to, I guess. For me, no. 3052, that's his postcode, I think you're saying. Forget about Livingston, Melbourne. What? Okay. I'm not sure what that means. That's confusing. Matt Rove. What? What? Am I missing something in this convo? You got. Oh, sorry. Matt Roberts break even. Ask Hippo Supercoach what his break even would be. 22. He just made 47k this week. He's 383k. Bang. He's made you 226k. His roll looks great. He takes kickouts. I wouldn't even be asking about break evens there. I'd be holding him like you wouldn't believe. He's the last rookie I'm looking to cull. I love Matt Roberts more than I love Took Miller. Next question. Not as much as I love Meek. Ozjan, sorry. Houston, huge VC option this week, to be honest, but Gorn playing first makes it a bit worse. VC Gorn into Houston. And you won't even have to worry about Houston. That's my opinion. Keep the questions coming. When they run out, I'll probably just jump off the stream. I've been doing this for 2 hours. I should probably call my little one too if he's not already in bed. So, but yeah, keep him pumping through if you want. Go for it. It's fine with me. Hectic Lebo, I am 7.4k off Walsh unless I get rid of Powell. Tom Powell? I think it's safe to say that you can get off Tom Powell if you want. I've never like loved the idea of Tom Powell, but I got it because I saw potential. But after seeing what I saw on the weekend, I don't know if he's a keeper. I'd rather field Reed at this point. I don't know. I'm not sure about him. I wouldn't be sidewaysing. Oh, you're not really sidewaysing if you don't think he's a top 6, do you? You know what? Get rid of Powell for Walsh. But if it burns you, I'm sorry. I just don't think. I think Powell averages 90. I'd rather Jeremy Cameron in my side than Powell right now. Stuff Powell. Stuff North Melbourne. No, don't stuff North Melbourne because I've actually got some North Melbourne followers in this chat and they'll be mad at me. Don't ask me which side I hate the most though because you won't like the answer. It's not North Melbourne. Josh, it will be fine to hold Massimo for a week. Absolutely, it will be, yes. Unless his name sub Sunday, then I'll be crying and we can have a chat later. But yes, no, he's fine. His break even's high. Zorko or Rao? Rao. I don't know if you'll pull my leg then. I thought Rao. Yeah, absolutely Rao. Oh, you mean so? Are you talking about the? Hang on. Are you talking about the break evens for Zorko? Okay, I'll come back to that question. Okay. But yeah, Rao. I wouldn't even be worried about break even for Zorko, just Rao. So anyway, I don't know what cheese. Mass being a tactical sub scares me. I feel like he's got to go, especially with how Morrison played. Good point there. I don't know like cheese. Glad you were watching and I didn't go for a drive at halftime because that's very good insight. Yeah, but he's not going to lose cash. Let's say he's tactical sub again. He'll probably hover around the same. So, you know what? Depends what it gets you. If Massimo honestly gets you a primo, just go for it. He's already made you the money you needed to make. He's fielded you okay scores. He's probably not a part of your best 18. You can probably cull him, honestly, whatever. Yeah, go for it. Zach, what is Lebo's raise trading and does he make a good HSP? I added that on there. So, yeah, I had a HSP last night, right? I can't remember where it was. I was watching a game, like up in Weird Views or something like that, on a bit of a date. And wasn't Sarong watch while she was talking to me. And I was raging at Sarong every time he got. I actually told her, I was like, if Sarong goes 125, it's a good day. It's like par. Oh my God, this is a really funny story actually. It's like par in golf. She just found out in mini golf in particular that she thought, let's say par's 5, like it means 5's what most people get the hole in. She thought you only had 5 goes to get the mini golf ball into that, or else you had to move on to the next hole. So if there's one pass, she thought she only got one hit of it and she didn't get it in, it didn't count. I was like, how have you been playing mini golf like this? I was like, I was scratching my head. I almost fell off a couch. Who doesn't know how to play mini golf? Anyway, if you're watching, Courtney, I do apologise. You did say you're going to watch my stream, and you're not there. I can't see you. Maybe I should send you a link via Snapchat. Anyway, I don't know why I digressed to all this weird combo. Thoughts on Whitfield to Houston sideways? No. I love comments, but please do not ask me about sideways trading players. I absolutely will not advocate this more. Upgrade around those primos that are doing bad. I promise you that is the way to play. Do not sideways Houston and Whitfield. If Whitfield goes 140 next week and Houston goes 90, you'll be mad at me. Oh my God. Look at no freaking way. This is like royalty, big fella. All right. Hello, Shorty Supercoach. How you going, mate? We need to have a footy kick, mate. I got so excited. Give me your thoughts on Jordan Dawson. Good looking bloke, not as handsome as me. No, okay. So my thoughts on Jordan Dawson. I think I'd almost pick him. I just want one more look to see what he's like this week when Crouch comes back. In my opinion, mate, he's had the one good game. His break even 73, so even if he gets 105, he only goes up 14 grand, right? 14k he goes up. So it's not really hard to bring him in at 550k at this point, Shorty. I'd give it 1 week because you will be punching yourself. Wait. You'll be punching yourself in the head if you bring him in this week. Oh, he plays North Melbourne. Just send it. Send it, Shorty. If you got the funds, just send it. He's playing North Melbourne. Then he has a showdown. He loves a good showdown. I can't believe you're in the comments. I think I'm getting excited. Bring him in. Send it, Shorty. I told you Mac Andrews in the comments would be good. In your video. I don't know if you replied to it. I haven't seen, but I said Mac Andrew will go off. He's a good pick this year, and you love to take punts. And if anyone's going to take a punt that has a good channel, it's you, my friend. So I believe in you, Short Dog. Go for it. Send it. I'm so glad I didn't tune out. I'm so glad I kept going with this stream. Mac Andrew scored 103 for you. Son. Well, not that we're that much age and difference, but holy shit. He's gone 101, 92, and 103. Job done. We did it, Shorty. Why didn't I do it? Why didn't I jump on board? I brought in Compton instead. Straight out of Compton. Anyway, that's my thoughts. Now I think I need a defibrillator. Or CPR by Shorty. No, just kidding. All right, what's Zorko's break even? Can we get back to Zorko's break even later? No, okay. For you, my friend, I'll have a look at Zorko's break even. But why is so much love for Zorko? He's got a really punchable face. He plays for Brisbane. That should be enough for you not to pick him. Okay, no. In all seriousness, what is his break even? My internet hasn't checked out. Phew. His break even is 66. If he scores 104, he goes 17k up, and he gets to 560. Would I be paying 547k for a 34-year-old man that has hammy issues, soft tissue injuries, that his role change might be a thing if they need him to play forward, like Comden happened? Like, what happens with Zorko is I'd rather him in my last upgrade. I'd rather see DPPs in round 12 to see what happens if Bont plays a stint down forward, if Track plays forward. But no more Zorko questions, please. No. Thank you for the questions, but no Zorko. Break even 66, and he'll go up 17k if he scores 100. So, well, I don't know. Jonas Goat, I don't really like cheese. Do you like cheese or not? Because with that name, it says everyone seems to call you cheese. Yeah, I like, just for putting it out there, I like brie, cheese, and camembert, even triple camembert. You know, Jonas Goat, Daniel Shortstick, one of the big dogs, enters. I know he enters the chat, and I'm losing my freaking mind. I'm schoolgirling over here, and I've already met him. God, is it schoolgirling, fangirling, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. He counts for like 10 people in the stream. No offense to 10 people. I don't really like cheese. I used to think I was overrated, but now I love cheese. It doesn't really work anymore. I made the name when I was young as. Thank you for the contents of your name. Now we all know. Even Short Dog knows. And then you'd probably be on his streams. You can't miss his streams. They're good. Theo, thinking Zach Williams and Jay Clark for Harley, Reid, and Garcia. Yeah, send it. Or would you go Power and Merritt? Oh, I have to use a brain cell for this question. No, I'd go option A because you're upgrading technically, and I think Harley Reid's a keeper. If he played soccer, he'd be a keeper. Short dog, yeah, literally, mate, it's unreal. I'm still having a heart attack. Who goes first in order? Dempsey of Mass, Cadman. Dempsey, then Mass, then Cadman. Yeah. Yes, all right, Shorty. Shorty Supercoach. If you haven't subbed him, which you'd be crazy not to, he has the best stories and the best, just the funniest shit. All right, mate, we definitely do need a kick soon. Cheers for Dawson Thoughts. He's got me pondering. Mate, if anyone's going to send it, it's you. I know what you're like. Please just send it. He's got North Melbourne this week. You're even getting me excited about him. Don't stop. I feel like we could, if we both bring him in and he shits it, I'll come down to Warm Ponds and we can cry. Jonas, go. Brad, have you had a Tinder date with Shorty's housemate Kate yet? Let me check my Tinder. I don't think I've met a cat in a while. I was going to say something. I can't say it on here. No, I don't think I've met his housemate or else, nah. How old is she? Because I'm 32. I don't want to date anyone boy 25. But Shorty, if your housemate is pretty fine, let her know what my YouTube name is, tell her to do a live stream, and my address is, I won't say that on camera, but anyways, Supercoach Royalty, literally, that's why I'm getting pumped up. Oh, man, I'm so excited. I've been this excited since Richmond run the flag. In Mac Andrew, we trust. He's like Yoda for me, Mac Andrew. He was everywhere. I can't calm it down. I can't. I'm having a fit, a good fit. If Abs joins in this, oh man! If another YouTuber jumps on this, SDS has already been in. That's royalty. If anyone else like Shorty, oh my god, I won't do a nudie run, but you know what I mean. Hey, Shorty, Dempsey out of gas. You guys are friends. You know what's going on. He's out of gas. I mean, Shorty's the Cats man. Is he out of gas? I think he's probably answered on the next question. I haven't got to it yet. Craze fit. Game starts Wednesday. Yes, it does. Short turnaround. And then I believe we've got a day game on the Thursday when we've all got a public holiday. So I'll be watching that. So round 7, this is VC, track or gone. We've covered that. And then you've got Thursday at 3:20. Pity it's not 4:20. Essendon and the Pies. You're going to have the VC Merritt or Dacos in that one. And then you get a 7:30 Thursday night game. And then we've only got 3 Saturday games. What? Oh, yeah, everyone's back this week. So we've got a lot going on from Wednesday to Sunday. So you won't be bored. That's for sure. I can't calm it down. Games definitely start Wednesday. How's it going, bro? Mate, I've just had Shorty log in and jump into chat. Everyone's going, wow. I think I might have to check my pulse. I don't even know if I have one. Shorty Supercoach, Jonas, my man. Yeah, I think Dempsey has done his job and he can go. Absolutely. I totally concur with that statement, my friend. He can absolutely go. Dempsey's as good as a fly schooner in a submarine, my friend. That's how good he is. Thoughts on Jordan Clark? Jordan Clark, you're just holding him, just cuddle him. He's got to. You got to wait for him to go down to go up. So Jordan Clark. Wait, which Clark? Are you talking about the Fremantle or Geelong one? I've just got too much energy to think about this. If you're talking about the Fremantle one, I like the pick. I really like the pick. He's value, and he's almost thereabouts, top 6-ish. I like Jordan Clark, but if you're talking about, Jai Clark's the Geelong one. I'm special. Yes, I like Jordan Clark. Like, look at his scores. They're pretty damn good. Shorty Supercoach. Yes. I don't know why I read out that laugh, but I had to. Theo, Dawson and Hugh Garcia, and for Zach Williams, Dempsey. I'm on the Dawson. Everyone just get on Dawson train. If we all fail together, it's okay. I'll shout us a beer. I don't drink beer. I'll shout us a vodka Red Bull. Down Geelong. Dawson and Hugo. Yeah, I like that trade. Yeah, I love it, Theo. In fact, if I could press the love heart for it, I would. Put it that way. Okay. John, first time watching this. Very entertaining. Love the Supercoach world. Me freaking too. It popping in like a hernia in the groin. I've done that once. It really hurt. Actually, I couldn't feel like I could piss for about 2 weeks. Too much info, but yeah, never do a groin hernia. I was pushing 100 kilos, 190 kilos of a trolley at work. and I got work cover for 3 months. It was beautiful, and that's when I started getting tattooed. Any more Supercoach questions going through? Because I'm on a high right now. You know what we were talking about, though, before I get something coming through? I don't know what my pulse is, but my back is sore and I'm hungry. I had a HSP for breakfast. John, it's 2026 this week. Should Doggy go? I have Dogger and Sherry. Oh, at R1 and R2. Far out. It'd have to be right. Or are you playing Dogger at F2? Can you let me know that, though? No, Dogger doesn't go if you're playing him in the forward line. Is there a way you can put Dogger into the forward line and bring in an English or a Gorn as R2? Because that would be the play, mate. That'd definitely be the play. But no, I like Dogger. I mean, we'll get Freo's run coming soon. Mate, Freo got such a good run. Call him Usain. Dogs, Rich, maybe not Sydney, but come on. Just don't have faith in Dogger. He's a good pick. He's okay. He's averaging 107. Okay. His last 3 scores, 98, 91, 72, 90. In the forward line, if it's not Zorko, who are you really going to go for? I'm assuming you've got Heaney. I'm assuming you got Flanders, Ned. I mean, there's not much forward. You're going to have to just hold on to Dogger and hope he stays on the leash. In fact, I hope he runs away into another park and scores a 170. Like I'm actually probably going to VC him against Richmond in 2 weeks, honestly. Just hold faith in Jackson. Just give the man some time. He's got the worst beard and he looks like a caveman, but I promise he will deliver. Like Australia Post. Come on. You're funny, brother. You earn yourself a sub. Thank you. Subway meatball, because that's what it better be. They've gone up. Every year they go up. And it's like, bro, why am I paying $18 for a sandwich when I can go on a Tinder date and she can make me one in the morning for breakfast? Is that weird? Probably. My heart rate's way too high for this right now. R1. All right, let me go back to that question. Yeah, wow. Yeah, nah. Nah. Just put Dogger in the forward line and grab a ruckman, man. Just grab somebody like Gorn. Oh, I've gone. Just now I have to look where I'm going. Sort of like when you're driving, but when you don't. You ever just like keep driving, right? You keep driving, and you've driven for like half an hour, and you can't even remember the last 20 minutes of your drive, and you're like, how am I still driving? What have I been doing this whole time? Did I run the red? Have I hit a pedestrian? Anyway, I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, Gorn VC into Butters, C to Butter. Yeah, I'm going too fast for my own good. Gorn VC into Butters C. Absolutely, Theo. That is, yeah, kissed. I need Gorn, because if I have another week without Gorn, Brad is getting a bit rowdy. I can't help it, Zach. It's a Sunday night. I don't got work till 2 p.m. tomorrow. I can do what I want. Probably can't drink on the channel, but somebody send me some 420. No, don't. Jonas Coat, everyone has a plan until Bevo punches you in the nuts. Yes. Yeah, he does. He definitely does. I almost need I'm going to piss myself. I need to pee into a bottle. Don't look. Yeah, he does. It sucks. I've been streaming for 2.5 hours almost. Wow. Shorty Supercoach, I'm off to smash a line, mate. Have a good night. No worries, Shorty. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for actually sending me questions and stuff. So I do appreciate the back and forth. Enjoy the Milo, and I'll catch you later, Shorty. I'll continue to stream, though. Thank you for tuning. Sanders, Carroll, and Williams out. Or should I take Dempsey out for one of them? And now you got me thinking. Now I've got to think again. Far out. No, you're onto something in that first part. I'd be holding Dempsey because Dempsey has a chance of breaking back. Whereas Williams, I feel like the Williams ship is done. Like he's got to go at some point, and I think this is the week for him. Carroll is just going to be sub all the time. So Walsh has directly affected Carroll. Doesn't matter how many injuries they get in the back line, Carroll will be sub. So unless Williams goes down or Hewitt goes down, Carroll's sub. So he's dead. Sanders got like a really high break even, so he's dead. And Williams got a 30, so he's cashed in as halted. So for me, I would get rid of those three, hold Dempsey, and hope Dempsey gets an 80 this week, and that's how I'd play my cards. Exactly how I'd play my cards. Why am I getting calls now? I'm just declining. Sorry, Pigeon Eater. That's her Snapchat name, not one I nicknamed anyway. So anyway, I don't know why I named it that. Do you ever name your friends weird stuff like Pigeon Eater? Ozjan, how many boosters everyone got left? Well, speaking for myself, I have 0. So I think we get 1 extra during the buys though. So we should be okay. How many has everyone else got? I'm sure they're only running on 1 or 2. If you got more than 2, like that's pretty crazy. Like you've really held on to them. Like I don't know. I can't hold on to them. I can't calm down. Walsh or Rao considering the fixture coming up? Rao. Yep, definitely Rao. I mean, he's the highest averaging Supercoach player in the midfield, I'd assume by now. Like he's got to be, and if he's not, then I've gone insane. So midfielder average right now. I mean, Walsh is on a 148 because he had that huge game, but that's 2 games size sample. But Rao, I mean, he's an extra 80k, so it does affect funds going forward. But mate, he's got West Coast this week. Like he's got West Coast, Brisbane, and North Melbourne, and then Walsh has got the Cats, Collingwood, and Melbourne. So I know who I'm picking, but in saying that, Walsh has all the games at the G. Like Walsh has got a 3-game stretch at MCG. His time on ground to increase significantly. Sam Walsh went from 96 minutes to 105, but scored less. So I feel like he still only averages 115 to 120. I'm being 120 to, I don't know. My gut feel says 115. I feel like he comes down. Like you've already missed those big ones, but I'm going Rao if I had to. I've almost picked Rao twice and I didn't go through, and I absolutely regret not having Rao. So yeah, that's really annoying. So Rao for me. I love Rao. He can't disappoint. He won't disappoint. You could take him home to your mum. Theo, I'm thinking about Bolton instead of Dawson. I need to see it when Crouch. Yeah, I don't blame you. Yeah. I'm thinking about Bolton. Wait, what? I'm thinking Bolton instead of Dawson. Sorry. Yes, Bolton. Oh man, I don't know. What's your buys look like? Can I ask you that, Theo? Whatever your gut feel is normally what I'd go with. But if I had to pick Dawson, I feel like Dawson has a bigger ceiling. But thinking about Bolton instead of Dawson, I need to see it with Crouch. Would you go Bolton or McRae? Oh, Bolton over McRae any day. Yeah. Hell yeah. I mean, McRae needs 30 touches to do well, and Bolton needs to kick 2 goals and have 18 touches to do something. So for me, Bolton. And yeah, Dawson, you can wait a week because he won't go up too much. But he plays North Melbourne. Is Orfalu and Garcia rookies, considering there is no one? Yeah, that's a really good point. I don't want to be paying 184 for a full forward or centre half forward at Richmond, though. Does he do that consistently? I don't know. Like we haven't seen a lot about him, so I feel like this is a Tom Berry trap, if I'm completely honest. If I'm not looking at him and a Tigers man, it's probably saying something. I mean, you look at the games before that, they haven't been great. Like, he almost looks like a sub scorer, in all honesty. Like, I don't think I've mentioned him once. I mean, good shout because he's got a really good negative break even. But so, I'll give you guys perspective about Orfalu. I'm sorry about his pronunciation. He scored a 26, 39, 49, and a 108. It sounds like I'm reading the Powerballs. So before that, he averaged 38. And if you have a look at his fantasy stats, so he had 5 disposals first game, 3 in the second, and 7 in the next. So like he's not going to accumulate, and he only got the 108 from Wentz C. He was efficient at 11 kicks, 1 handball, 8 marks. So he got order marks and 5 tackles. I think he nailed a goal too, maybe 3. He kicked a few. So yeah, 184. No, like if you started him, yeah, well done. But no, I wouldn't be going him. I just don't think there's a lot of cash gen. He'll score 26. He'll be the Tom Brown of the week before, where he scored 95 and he'll back it up with a 20-30 score, and you'll hate it and you'll thank me later. So no, I wouldn't. I'd go Garcia though, definitely. I'd even be okay with bringing in 2 Garcias in the one weekend. I mean, we saw the Garcia boxer win, so it could be a good luck charm. Anyway, Ozden, who do you reckon R2 is for the rest of the year? Grundy, currently R2, English, R3. Yeah, okay. Let's just put it this way. I'll make it easier for you. If I had to pick my ruckman in order of 1, 2, 3 from here on out, Gawn, English, Marshall, then Grundy. Yeah, so that'd be my order. I don't know where Cherry ends up in. He played Meek, and Meek's just getting a feel for the game, consistency. So, of course, he did well against them. And what, like, yeah, nah, I don't know. But yeah, they're my 1, 2, 3. English, I was going to call you English Goat. Jonas Goat. English has a break even of 177, bleeding cash for another 2 weeks. Amazing. I'm going to go Meek to English in 2 weeks' time then, Jonas. That's exactly what I'm going to do. And when I do, you'll know about it. But the Meek train's still going. Why is there something making noises in there? I don't really like cheese. Grundy paid the Faith for holding. Might just keep him now. Yeah, nah. Probably upgraded him last. Like, I'd get rid of him over the buyers. Once you upgrade your team, get rid of Grundy. Like, he plays 1 in 6 every good games. Like, he's past it. He's the biggest has-been ruckman I've seen. He's a shadow of himself. Like, his shadow doesn't even stand next to him. I mean, 139, 71, 99, 114, 93, 158. Nah. Stuff you, Grundy. You got a man bun. I mean, anyone in the comments got a man bun. Like, just, what are you doing? Just joking. Bolton or Harley Reid? I only read that question really slow because, like, I'd be saving the 200k and grabbing Reid. I just think he looks really good. I think he's just building into it quite nicely. He's built like he's a 28-year-old brickie that has 1V and 6 meat pies a day. I think Reid can do a good job for us at F6, and if you didn't start him, bring him in. I don't mind that for 400k, and if he scores 350s in a row, I'm sorry in advance, but I just feel like he's on fire. Yeah, I'd pick him in. I wouldn't even have any doubt about that, to be honest. Sorry. You ever, like, read things in the comments and you just, yeah, I've read too far. What rookies is there to go in forward? That's where I'm starting to struggle. Like, there's the 2 Garcias, there's McAuliffe. If Rogers has a better game, then we might be, but we're really thin and dire. I'm not calling it a crisis, but I don't love it. If you look at it and you go to break-evens, the biggest negative break-even is Biggie this week. I don't think he played that great. He's got a negative break-even of 64. He's on the bubble. If you want to go there and think he's got good job security with Dawson, I just think he'll last 2 more weeks and he's done. So, look, this week, Biggie, break-even 60, minus 64, scores 44, he gets 50 grand. So, it might be okay. I mean, I might look at it myself, but I just did a whole section of how much I hate him. So I don't know. I don't know if I love it, to be honest. I mean, who's he play this week? He just plays Adelaide this week, so who's he on? Don't know. I don't know what the matchup's going to be like for Biggie. I don't even know if he stays on when Dawson comes back from North Melbourne. He's like a 194, something like that, defender. Maybe he's bigger than that. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like he's filling a role. In VFL numbers, he's not that great. Then minus 52 break even for 184k. And I'm not paying up anymore for rookies. Is Orthalu. I don't know if I'm butchering that. He's going to make 47k if he makes it 51. I don't even know if he can do that, to be honest with you guys. Blake Drury. I'd almost rather Drury. But I think his job security is pretty bad with the forward on. We've got returning 78-39, and he's a forward there, so it's no good. Will Graham, if you didn't grab him, I'd rather grab him. He's 187k, but you probably should have grabbed him last week. Hugo Garcia is probably the man of the hour this week. I mean, he's negative break even 45. Even if he scores a 35, he gets 36k into his system. And then there's really nobody. It's Rolly Garcia. You could go early on, but then you stop and upgrade from the week after for me. So, yeah, let's just hope there's a few debuts. Then there's Oik Oyer that I mentioned before, but I think his job security is pretty sketchy. He's not on the bubble anyway, and once Sam Taylor comes back, his job is gone, and he'll be made redundant from that team. Not permanently, but you know what I mean. So, yeah, no, there's nothing going forward, just going in reverse. But we're hoping that mid-season rookies come out and we've got something to get. So, yeah, I mean, there's always something that comes up. You could almost jump on a player that scores 175 on Bailey Dale and hope he makes you 100K. I mean, actually, hold that thought. I'll get to the comments in a second. But it's about perspectives in this game. And Tex Walker did a job for us. I'm pretty sure I said this a few times. When they've got negative break-evens so high, like, let's have a look at what Dale's break-even is, because you can make money off primos that have fallen, pick them up and then sell them for 150. Like, there's no harm in that at all. I've calmed down. I don't know if you can hear the heart rate just chilling in the background. But what's his break-even? Oh, Bailey Dale's break-even is only 54, but he's 422K. Oh, and yeah, okay, don't worry about this Bailey Dale pick then. His negative break-even isn't as what I thought it would be. Maybe because he was subbed the week before, that would do it. That's a really dumb thing. Okay, so don't worry about that at all. And if you've got dead rookies now too, there's probably no point upgrading him either. Like, I'm holding Hoare, and I'm hoping he comes back this week. I don't know if he's available. Round 7 or round 8, and that's this week. So I'm hoping he comes back this week. So then my only dead rookie is Livingston. So that is my take. Anyway, Jonas Goat. Yeah, did I even name him? Tunstall, 123K forward, going to be a cash rat with not much milk. Yeah, I agree. It's probably why I didn't really mention him or think of him. I've seen him on the team sheets as emergency that many times that you'd think he works at the hospital. He's just, do you work in ER? Because he's thereabouts but never there. So I don't know. Brisbane, what did he even score this weekend, fella? He scored 61. I mean, he's on the bubble, but did he play a week before or something? Because I haven't really heard about him. Yeah, nah, no way. He played round 4. Must have been a sub because he got 18 minutes there. You can see points per minute. Round 4 gets subbed. Then he gets a drop. That's a bit harsh. And then he gets 61 for 83 minutes. That's not good. 83 minutes is not good. So his time on ground sucks. Like, there is no milk there, Jonas Goat, sorry. There's no milk for James. He may as well go back to the VFL or whatever it is up there. I don't know. Probably not VFL. Or is there any other rookies in the midfield? Rogers, I think, but I don't know if he'll hold his spot after that performance. Like, what did he get? Gold Coast, Rogers. My back is killing me. Rogers. 28. And this is sort of his possessions. I don't think they were very good. Yeah, midfielder. He's not on the bubble. 1 game, 7 disposals. Probably gets dropped next week. Those 7 disposals too. For time on ground, Rogers had 93 minutes time on ground. Well, that's pretty bad. Keep going to the comments. Brody Munby. Yeah, reminds me of Ted Bundy. Time to jump on Tom Green or wait another 2 weeks. Oh, mate, you're waiting 2 weeks because his break-even's probably through the roof. Like, Tom Green, he should have come to Richmond. Break-even's 183. Woke scores 95. He's losing 40K. You can pick him up for 550 next week. That's crazy. That's like $2 cheeseburgers. Like, jump on Green in 2-3 weeks. No worries. Like, you pick up Green Machine for so cheap. You'd be laughing all the way to the bank. When everyone else paid overs, everyone else bought him in for 600 plus K, and you were like, yeah, no worries. All good. Mr. Bad scores and picked him up for 100K less. That's why I like picking value. Manatee. I don't know what's going on there. I'm lost. Dersma. Break even. Good point. I have a look at his break even. This is the North Melbourne guy, right? Surely. Oh my god. What happened? Oh, thank you for the sub, MF. I just got a notification on my phone. That was really random. Where are we? Give me 2 seconds. I'm having a look. You've stitched me up here. Zane Dermott. Why did you start him, my friend? Why? He's got a break even of 55, projected to get 37. He'll make you minus 8K. Get rid of him, my friend. Like, where? He's gone Sorry, he's gone backwards in price. For anyone who doesn't know what I'm talking about Zane Dersma. I'm just going to shut my door because someone's home. Sorry, my bad. I do have a housemate. Yeah, so his break even is 55, but I don't know if I'd be getting rid of him. I just hold him. Like, he's just a rookie you hope doesn't get subbed. Theo, Zach, Reed, Jack, one of these players. I need to move this one. Yeah, okay. You need to get rid of them all as fast as you can, to be honest. Jones go Theo. I have Mana as well. It's gone. Yep. I feel like he's. Why did you guys start with Mana? I thought he was a sub, or was he even named, or did you think he was going to get named later in the rounds? Because I never jumped on. I don't know why. Shane, okay, scrap that. I think I'm looking at Sanders to Garcia. Yep, I like that. And Williams to Dawson then. Yeah, I liked it. I was hopping up with Shorty, and I still like this move. So, yeah, go for it. Jump on. I mean, his fixture looks juicy. We think he's back. Like, surely that is bounce back game. And if it's not, my apologies. I think he'll be the hot topic this week, to be honest. I think everyone will be jumping on at that price. Like, he's hopefully turned around for those that held. Well done. JB. Ooh, love the Richmond photo, mate. I don't think I've seen you in the comments, just I'd remember. Get on Bont in 1 week. And why does he get so much point scaling? Seems like he gets more than any other player. Yeah, him and Gawn do. I think Gawn gets even more than what Bont does with scaling. Like, probably because of the impact, but Gawn will be near the ball and he'll get scaled a point. And I'm like, am I missing something? But Bont's scaling's pretty good too. That's weird. I don't know. That's why I probably started Bont, because he just gets points for breathing. So does Gawn. Gawn probably got 120 points this week for not even playing. He's probably gone up 15k in cash gen. Just check. No, but in all seriousness, some of these players do get scaled up. And some take a lot to get scaled. I find Took Miller, when I'm on Miller watch, he doesn't get scaled very high. And I think it's to do with the points have already been, especially late in the game, the points have already been allocated. So then they've got to negatively take off points of other players, and it might just be players sitting on the bench that they take off. So you're capped at like 3,300 points per game. But if you get two teams that, like midfielders, that just accumulate, there's no points for the rest of them. Like, we saw a game the other week that there was barely anyone over a ton. It's because they all just, everyone got points. It's like an Oprah Winfrey show. So everyone, here, have a point, and whatever. So yeah, it's hard to know how they work with champion data. Like, it always feels like players get more score when you don't own them too. That's why I hate not owning Gawn, because it's hard to watch Melbourne games. Shano, I can tell you're a Port Adelaide supporter. Starting to worry about Sam Darcy and Dempsey now too. Will you be looking to offload one of them soon? Yep, I would be. I'd be looking to offload Dempsey, because Darcy's break even. I think Lob comes out, so I think we might be okay. So hold your horses on that. But Darcy's break even's 32, projected 71, which I don't know if he'll get, but he's still got money to make a little bit. But he's already gone to 284k, so I'm not fussed if you move either of them on. But personally, I'd be moving on Dempsey for that one for me. I moved him off a week early, because if you look at his price projections, he'll stay around 300k for the next 3-4 weeks based on what they're estimating he will return with his scoring. So yeah, that's my take on that. Fletch, keep sending through questions. Once it starts to get a little bit dry, we might end it, but we've been going for 2.5 hours. It's a long time. That's more than my gym session. My gym session is only 45 minutes. Tom Stewart, yeah, I've got Stewart, so I'll bring up his stats right now. He's got a break even of 137, so you could probably bring him in the week after next when he plays, if he plays this week. If not, you might have to wait a couple until he's back on the field. But he's 538k. I lost 97k on this bloke. His scoring has been okay without being amazing. It's been 105, 134, 99, 77, 108. So it's only really the 77 that sucked. And scored 62, but that was from like 59 minutes on ground. So he was on track for a good ton. Like, he was going all right in Supercoach. So yeah, Stewart's a good trade, absolutely. Like, Tom Stewart has seen his premium numbers over the years. There's nothing to really hate about Stewart. I mean, he's a good player. I mean, everyone that watches footy knows he's a good trade. The bloke's been averaging, hundreds for a few years now, and he takes kickouts. That's what you want. He's got the numbers on the board, and I think it's okay to pick older players in backline, especially when they're in kicker duty, interceptor as well. It's not, I'm going to say it's not tough on the body, but you're not crash and bash like midfielders are. So, yeah, Stewart's an absolute gem of a trade in a couple of weeks for those that are starting. There's a lot of value there, and I think that's the value route you got to look for now if you want to upgrade your team as fast as possible. Like, you don't want to pay $6.59 for Heaney. That's insane that he's even $6.59, to be honest. Like, what's he got? This is the first time he's hit under a ton. That's nuts. People captained him this week too, so that was a good week to be an owner and not captain him, because I was worried he was going to go 140 this week, and I captained strong at 117. So, yeah. Oh, no. Jonas Goat. Brad, I'm in the league with you and some content creators, the professionals. Yeah. Should I look at what they scored? I can't tell you guys because that would ruin their round review, and they'd probably kill me. It's probably a bro code, but it would be interesting to see what they scored. The professionals, such a good league too. League ranking 16 out of... Whoa, read that comment. No way. Well, that's why we're the professionals, apparently. League ranking of... That's insane. Is that what our league ranking is? Why are you in there then, Jonas Goat? Nah, just joking. Shots fired. Nah, that's wild. I actually won my league matchup by 200 points. Who was I playing? Jason's Radars. Who's Jason? Has he got a YouTube channel? Do you know, Jonas? Who's in there? Who is... Oh, Spills is in there. Yep, forgot about that. Swizz from Supercoach Insiders in there. Oh, yeah. Okay, I can see the scores. Oh, Shorty Supercoach is in there. I forgot about this, Jonas Goat. Super Bros in there. Ben from Insiders in there. He's a good man. There's some really good teams in there. I don't know half of them, if I'm being honest with you, Jonas Goat. There's a few I didn't name because I'm like, who is that? Maybe. Yeah, maybe you can tell me if I missed anybody. But some of them definitely look familiar. If they've got league names in there that I don't know who they are, then my bad. I mean, Swizz has even got his face in there. How did he do that? I don't want my face in there. I look like I'm doing a Crime Stoppers ad or something. That's pretty cool, though. Jonas Goat sitting top of the ladder, not the most points, though. Oh, get out of town. Now you're just flexing those little guns of yours, Goat Man. Are you actually, or are you just pulling my leg? Where's Shorty in this league, too? Like, is he up on the top of the ladder? Leagues. I'll have a look now. I can tell you who's on the top of the ladder for this professionals outfit. I even made a single Supercoach league. There's only like a couple chicks in there, so my bad. I think I told you guys that story about it on Tinder I Match. And she's like, oh, I do Supercoach. She's like, I just want to do Supercoach with somebody. I was like, look, I'll make you a league if you want. And she's like, yeah, okay. So I made her a league. I'm probably dominating that one. So the professionals view league. Shorty's 10th, he is too. No. Where are you there, Jonas? Where are you on the actual leagues? I can't actually see it. Because Spills is 5th in that league. Shorty's Supercoach is 4th. Am I looking at the wrong ladder? Yeah, right. Anyway, we'll bore the other people if we keep looking at that. Off topic. But I'll have a look later. Shane, will Jack McRae be Ford Primo we're all searching for? Yeah, that's a really good question. Let's have a look at the Ford Primos before I lose some years. Ford Primos. We've probably got to have another good game, Shane, when Webber gets back, because I don't know how much CBAs will download. Will he lose download? Wow. What am I thinking about? Points he scored. 123 this week. What's his scoring been? So McRae's scoring has been 59, 37. Or 59 was 88 minutes on ground, so that's not good. 30 minutes for 37, so it was a sub. And then Jack McRae, 87 for 101 points, and then 123 bounce back game. So probably looking at the break-evens, Shane. His break-even 64. Probably his lowest price you can get him for, but are you going to pay for 480, or do you want to wait a week and see if he goes up 15k with Webber and scores another ton? I probably want to wait a week. I'm happy to pay 500k for McRae. So it'll be interesting. Sloppy Joe Lampipe. I named the team after Sloppy Joe from the Centre. Did he pay you to do that? That's funny, Alice. That's so random too, Jones Goat. You're the most randomest comment in there sometimes. I'll have to have a look. Interesting. I haven't really had a look at too many league names. I mean, I made a few leagues for you guys, but I don't really look until the end of the season. So, yeah, interesting. There's some funny league there. I should have done a draft because I really miss doing Supercoach draft. Not sure if you guys have done one, but they're good because it makes it you'll get players like pods like that you guys would talk about, like Jai Cardwell and stuff like that. Jeff wait a week, just looking ahead because the forward line is dire. It absolutely is, Shane. So, yeah, I totally agree. It is a good shout, but I'd wait one more week. If he turns up with back in the side, I'm probably finding a way to go there. So, yeah, no worries, Shane. I'll answer anyone's question, even if it's not Supercoach relevant. It's pretty entertaining on my end. I can't believe we've been doing this almost 3 hours and I had almost 40 viewers or something at one point. So, pretty insane for a channel that's only got about 370-something subs. Some of the guys get like 80, 100 subs. I'm like, how? Anyway, yeah, for VC and C options this week, though, what do we have a look at? Let's have a look. This week, Geelong v Carlton, Sam Walsh has got the thumbs up against the Cats. So his last two against the Cats, if anyone has Walsh or anyone thinking about it, 126 and 158. Note, though, in a couple of weeks' time, he doesn't play well against Melbourne, 72, 73, 111. So I wonder why that is. But he definitely likes the Cats. Melbourne, for me, Max Gawn against Richmond has gone 174 last year, 98, 123. So that's why I like Max Gawn. I remember that. He towered us, and I don't think I owned him at that point either. So that made me hurt inside. Matt Rowell against West Coast is a good shout. Any Gold Coast midfielder is probably a good shout this weekend against West Coast, even though West Coast are doing okay. But they beat Freo in a derby. Like, that's not unexpected. I just want to see one more game from West Coast before I get excited about them. Not that I ever would, but you know what I mean. So, yeah, Rao's history against West Coast, last time he met a 165. So if you want to bring him in, good time to bring him in. Luke Ryan against the Dogs, what's he done? 97, 120, 146. But it's different Luke Ryan this year, I think. I think this is a consistent Luke Ryan. Butters against St Kilda. No, we're not going Butters near St Kilda. 96, 89, 39. Scoring history sometimes does mean something, but also form's a big play of it too. So not too sure. I'm not captaining Sarong this week against who's he against? Doggies, but he has gone 138 and 130. Zach Merritt against Collingwood. Who is he? He loves Collingwood. So Zach Merritt, 133, 133, 123. How do you afford to get Zach Merritt on your side, though? It's 650K. So it's interesting. I think I'm almost going to wrap this up. If you guys got any more questions, I'll run this for another 10, 15 minutes, maximum 10 o'clock, and then I'm out. But I might even call it earlier if nothing comes through. But I will do a team review tonight, but I probably won't upload it till tomorrow. I've done a lot tonight, I think. So it's been fun. Definitely been fun. Shane. Bont history against Freo was decent, yeah. Yeah, I think that's why I'm going VC Dacos into Bont. I don't know if I've spoken about both those players, but in my team specifically, let's have a look at Bont. Good shout, Shane. He has done 114, 182, so probably looking up with that 182. That's why you like it. And then, yeah, 100. Where's it played? That's a huge factor. Played at Optus Oval, though, so that's one thing to consider. It's not a home game. Although in saying that, he's got a 182 at Optus. I'm probably VCing Dacos, though. I just have a gut feel. Unless something changes in my lineup, I'll let you guys know. But Dacos 145 against Essendon last year, so I'll probably VC Dacos. I'll do that now and probably C Bont for me. That's my opinion on that. Yeah. I'm gonna have a muck around on my team too, and look at the DPPs and how they line up as well, because that's a bit of a shake up too. Like, you'll be able to play rookies you weren't able to play before, and maybe I don't have to field Darcy at F6 as well. The more DPPs, the better your team is long term, especially over the buys. Like, I think DPP is so important. Like, I'd almost trade if I'm picking off two players and I'm doing like a player standoff and I want to buy two. If one of them's got DPP, I'm probably picking the one with DPP, and then the second thing I'm considering is probably their buy. And how many players I've got in that buy is where I stand for some of this. Now I'm talking to myself, okay, Pufferfish. I haven't seen you in the comments before. Hello, Pufferfish. Sanders goes this week, you think? Yeah, nah. Oh, yeah. Let me have a look at his break-even Pufferfish and assess from there, because the hard when I've already traded him out for me to actually give my opinion, because if I'm already off him, then I'm probably going to be biased. Western Bulldogs. Why did I go so far? I scored 15, so he only dropped 15k. His break even's 107. So for me, in all honesty, mate, you're either trading him this week or you're holding him for a month until he goes back up. But between now and a month, do you really trust Bevo to start him as sub or sub him? I'm probably cashing him out for 300k. He's made you 110k. He's fielded scores for you on field early. That's probably got you okay. But after that, like, there's no way I'd keep him after a 46 and a 15 from sub-affected games. Got to break even with 101. Highest score's 99, but you just need to upgrade that team, and he's a guy you need to cash out of. So I'd be getting rid of him now. I don't think I'd even advocating to hold him, McKercher, or any of these other guys. You should just, as soon as the name's sub, that's it. And I suppose this is the hot topic too, is like, do we get rid of mass now? I don't really like Cheese is scared about the mass factor. Maybe I am too, so I'll have to think about that more. But anyone's sub risk, you don't want a bar of it, really, do you? So yeah, get off Sanders, mate. Shane, I'm worried Durham or Cardinals sits on day cost, but VC could be a goer. Yeah, it could be. I mean, do we worry about Essendon tagging? I don't know. Maybe I'll have a look into it a little bit more and see what midfielders score against Essendon, do my homework and get back to you guys if I remember that in my preview video. I'll have to look into it anyway, but yeah, maybe you're onto something, but I don't know. I just like Dacos. Gut tells me so. Both Garcia's in. Would you do it? I don't know if I'd do the doggy one. I just want to see one more game, and then you've got no rookies to upgrade the week after. But St Kilda Garcia, yes. Doggy one hold, I think, because you have no one to upgrade to the week after. So you don't want to keep going early all the time, or else you might be in a position like me. Pubfish and Share, mate, I haven't been here before, but loving it so far. I heard your name on Shorty's. No way. On Shorty's Supercoach live stream midweek, and thought I'd tune in. Sorry, I got super excited about that. True? Okay. Oh, because he gave me a shout out. That's right. I think that was all thanks to Jonas Goat, actually, because Jonas Goat asked for a shout out for Supercoach Pro. So there you go. Thank you, Pufferfish. Also, how long do Pufferfishes live for? Because I'm afraid that if you're playing Supercoach, like, what happens if you press the wrong button? Will you explode? Run the likes up for Brady Boy. Yeah, I don't even know how many likes this stream has. I don't even know how to check. I've never been good with computers, so I won't know. But I remember the other time I did a live stream on Friday, I was like, because we talked about some wild stuff in there that I won't say now. I was like, yeah, no, I won't post it, right? And I went to have a shower. I come back after my shower and it's posted to YouTube, and I'm like, delete. Well, I can't have that there. We've been talking about wild things in here. I just told him I wasn't going to post it, but I've shut my MacBook and it posted it, so I had to delete it. So that was a wild one. This one will go on. I don't know if anyone's going to tune in for 3 hours. You'd have to be a forklift driver with the headphones in. But Shano, I'm pretty sure Durham went to Bont a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, no, he did. That's 100% accurate. So, yeah, good pick up. We could be concerned about that, but I don't know. I feel like a lot of people take VCs early days. Maybe we don't, though. Let me look at the fixture a little bit more. Also depends who your loop is, and that's my biggest issue. My issue is my loop is the West Coast boy, which is the late game, so that's okay. But all right, if we're not going Dacos and you're not going Gorn, sure you're going Merritt. I'm just trying to think of the popular players too, because it's hard to think of. You could risk and go Giants bounce back game for Green against Brizzy, Lockie Neal if you've got him, or Dunkley potentially. Port Adelaide v St Kilda. Houston was a good shout, I think, as well. I'm not trusting Marshall. All right, let's get this clear, everybody. I am never picking Marshall as a VC in my life again. I got excited. I was watching a live stream of Centre Bounce on Thursday or Friday night. I can't remember which night. And everyone was hyping up Marshall, and you just got to go with your gut. Yeah, my gut said Steele, and he did better than Marshall. He still wasn't a VC option, but just advice for you guys. If you guys are hot on a VC or a C, don't let anyone talk you out of it. Like, if you think that a VC is going to get you somewhere, just go your gut feel, because the worst thing you can do is be mad at somebody or like frustrated that didn't go with your gut inkling that told you this is what I should have done. Even with your trades, like, I can give you my opinion, but if you still at the end of the day go think, I'm going to pick him over him, then do it. Because sometimes your gut will be right, and we don't always get it right here. Remember like that stupid Saturday preview? Here, we don't always get it right. What's that stupid thing with that Sydney guy? Same thing. That was the weirdest commercial. I don't know if you guys remember that or know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I get through the comments. Pufferfish, just did my research. Pufferfish. Just did my research. Pufferfish can live up to 20 years. Only been Supercoach for a couple of years. So I guess still have a couple of years left in me. Shit. Pufferfish, what are you gonna do with the Supercoach? Like $2,000 if you win the weekly prize? Will you, like, what did Pufferfish buy? 20 years. So you got about 17 years left in your Pufferfish. I love that comment. Anything funny, please write them in the comments. It's what I probably stream more for, is not so much like the comments about Supercoach questions sometimes. It's actually about how funny these things can get. It entertains me. Also, Coke or Pepsi? Sure, you guys say Coke. Anyway, what mid-forward rookie can I get besides Garcia and Ewan? McAuliffe. Kane McAuliffe is not named sub Wednesday night, my friend. There are only 3 I'd consider on the bubble. Unless you guys can name any that you can think of, but that's my 3. And in order, just to make it clarify, I'd go Garcia from St Kilda, number 1. 2, I'd go McAuliffe. 3, Newen. But I don't like Newen as a pick. So no. But yeah, West Coast rule. Well, what a shocker. Time to upgrade big time. But on a happier note, go to mighty the Weagles. Get on the Weagles. I used to love the Weagles. Probably back in the early 2000s. They were my second favourite side. And then I can't remember why I stopped liking them. Now my second favourite side is the Giants, even though Toby Green's a flog. It used to be Geelong until I moved here, and then I hate Geelong because all the supporters down here are soft as. Like, they complain about the stupidest free kicks. I don't know if you've ever been to a GMHBA stadium down here at the Cattery. They call holding the ball if a player tackles their opposition for like 1 second, or they just complain about everything. Anyway, I'm just having a rant, but yeah, go to the West Coast. Like, well done. Like, you've won 2. Like, you've won your season's worth now for about 3 years, so you probably won't win anymore. In all honesty, no, you guys actually did dominate that game. I was thoroughly surprised, so well done, mate. Tim English or Roland Marshall this week? I can't split them. If you're meaning to buy them, I'd rather English over Marshall. I've never been hot on Marshall. I only did Marshall because I went for a pod pick. There goes the chain. I went for Marshall for 60 grand, 70, 80 grand more than Gorn as a pod. Doesn't even make sense. I don't even know why I did it. It's probably the stupidest thing I've done this year in Supercoach to start Marshall over Gorn, and I hate myself. Everything else, nailed. Like, mate, well, not really nailed. My ranking doesn't, not super 1K or nothing, but I feel like on paper it feels good. Anyway, English, sorry. Roland Marshall is as soft as, I won't read that, but yes, you can see it on the screen. He is soft. Yes, he can't get one. No, it's more he gives away a lot of free kicks. His field kicking is atrocious. Like, I actually like English as a field kick any day of the week. If I had one ruckman, even though English loses the tap outs, he calls for the ball everywhere. Like, and he's soft as well. Like, he poor man has concussion issues, but man, you and Garcia, my friend Pufferfish, I've been living for more than 20 years, and I can tell you, Pufferfish, Hugo Garcia, every day of the week, twice on a Sunday. If I get any more Biggie questions, I am anti-Biggie, and he goes off. I am sorry in advance, but I don't think Biggie will do much. I think he is good as a chocolate kettle. Coke by for the Fleming straight. Which one? No, yeah, no, me too, mate. To be honest, also I'm HSP over kebabs if anyone's interested. Pubfish, yes, I'm eyeing off some new seaweed, bits of coral, saving up for a swim for New South Wales. That's amazing. I love this. Where do you guys come up with this stuff? Amazing. Come with the pufferfish on my channel. It's the first animal I've had. Jonas Goat. I was about to call you Jonas Coke. Coke and Pepsi are terrible. Give me dry ginger ale with my whiskey. Wow. Yeah, wow. That'll give hairs on your chest for sure. This is probably going to lose a few subs, but I just like vodka. Vodka Red Bull or vodka orange. Every time I've been, this is funny. Every time I've been on like a date and I've ordered like OJ and vodka, and the chicks ordered the beer, the waitress or waiter, whatever, comes to me with the beer, and I'm like, nah, that's actually for her. I'm like, whatever. I don't look at them any weird, but they always give me the beer, and I'm like, if I wanted cat piss, I've got a cat there, and you just got cat litter right there. If I wanted that, I'd whatever. I wouldn't really, but you know what I mean? Anyway, yeah, nah, interesting. Very interesting. We've done a ripper. It's been 3 hours, so I do appreciate the comments coming through. And even like, thanks for everyone for jumping on board. There's been a lot of new viewers as well, so I hope you've all enjoyed the stream. And well, give a sub and a like if you haven't already. And yeah, feed me out there. So it's been really nice to see some new faces as well. Jonas Goat, yeah, vodka and orange juice is so good, mate. It is unbelievable. Unbelievable. I think I'll go for a couple more minutes to see if there's any more questions coming through, and then I'll end it at 10 unless we get a flurry of comments. Yeah, I've had a big night. I'm sure you guys have too. Enjoyed you guys all being on there too, because there's some team reviews coming out, and you've continued to stay watching my entertainment. So, and that high of Shorty on there, that was the peak. That was, mate, that was like winning $50,000 for Supercoach. Imagine if you won that. What would you do? I know the $2,000. I'd take a week or two off and go on a holiday with my boy. Pubfish, Coke, Pepsi, meh. I tell you what, saltwater is fantastic. Pubfish, I need you to comment on every stream. Jonas Goat too. Anyone that's just got hilarious shit, just please, just be my friend and just chuck anything in there. I'll read them out, I promise, unless they're too obscure. I may not be able to read them, but that's awesome. This is going on my YouTube as well. Ozjan, thanks for still watching, mate. Vodka pineapple is king. Haven't tried it. I feel like, and this might benefit the ladies the next morning. That's not what you wrote, but that's what I'm assuming. If you don't get my reference, I do sorry. Yeah. Oh, mate. What a night. I'm going to have a look at what other people scored tonight and see if I'm with the big dogs or if I've fallen out a little bit. Always interesting to know. But yeah, I mean, Richmond play Wednesday, so don't forget to do your VCs then, or else you will miss out. But in my opinion, 50% of you got gone, so VC gone. If you're doing anything else, I don't know what you're doing, or track in that same manner. So, yeah, I've been thinking about this game for a while. You know what, too? Scary thing is, I know it's not scary, but in 6 weeks' time, we have another set of buys. We're going to miss a lot of players. So those dead rookies need to be somebody at some point, or else when you go to best 18 and you've got a lot of dead cash cows or dead players getting subbed all the time, you're going to have a really hard time trying to field a decent side every week. So round 12, if you go into your Supercoach app, I hope you've got gold. If you go to a thing called tools there. You use the drop down box on tools and it says show buys, and it shows you when you click on round 12 buys, it discolors every player that's not playing that round, and that gives you a huge idea of what primos you should or shouldn't be bringing in that week. So yeah, round 12 buy, round 13, etc. The other thing you can do in that app, I mean, I think you can do it anywhere anyway, but if you have a look at in field on your Supercoach, my phone's not showing it, but if you go on a field and you go to history, you can see your trade outs that you've made, and also your averages of where you were last year, the year before, and your team. So you can sort of compare, round 6 to this year to round 6 next year, last year as well, and see how well you're going, because that's always interesting. Then on the other note, I know you guys haven't asked this, but I was looking back in my Supercoach, right? In 2022, for the 12 viewers still watching, thank you. I remember a weekly prize, I was almost there. My weekly ranking, right, in round 2022 of round 22 was 12 for the week. I was so close to $1,000 at that time. And then I think I did it in 2021 as well. Insane. Like, how close have you guys been to being the weekly winner? Or is there any weekly winners in here? Because I've come so close. And then it was another year as well. What year was this? Maybe it was last year. Maybe it was last year. It was like 19th I finished for the week. Man, I had a hard day. I thought I was going to win because I was like, I've never seen anybody post this score. Anyway, I'll be back, mate. Mark in my calendar, right in between sunglasses and the coral, meeting up my friends Nemo and Doru. Well, I'm going to do live streams permanently on a Sunday night after the game, sort of around this time, 6:37 onwards, until the questions start petering out really. So it'll be obviously a couple of hours because you guys just keep feeding them through. And then if I do like a Friday, Saturday, Thursday, whatever, any streams during the week, it probably won't be any post on like any platforms. It is that stream will be live, and then once that stream's gone on a weekday or a non-Sunday night, I won't be posting it because sometimes I get some crazy things in there that probably not YouTube related that I don't want to get canned for. So the Sunday night streams are probably the professional one, and then a Friday or Saturday stream will be like a Big Brother talking about AFL players and still Supercoach relevant, but like things I probably can't post on there because it gets pretty hectic and pretty funny. So if you don't see a stream pop up during the weekday that you've watched and you're part of, don't be offended. It's just there's content in there that I can't put up sometimes. So Papa Fish, look forward to it, whichever stream you follow. But Sunday nights will be a permanent residency. Jonas Go, percentage booster for the Demons. Oh, yeah, I know. Tell me about it. I'll be tearing out my hair when we get thumps. I don't know if you guys... Wait, that's the wrong up. You guys can see there's my Richmond tattoo. In fact, all my tattoos, apart from... they're all like animated stuff, apart from that. So, yeah, I bleed yellow and black out here. Percentage booster. Damn it. Is next set of buys best 22? No, it's best 18, I believe. Ozgen, it's definitely not best 22. It's best 18 from those players. Like, you've obviously got 22 on field, but you got to make sure you've got. And I feel like this is what no one's really talked about as YouTubers, or maybe they have. I don't know, but you hope that you've fixed up your side in a way that you're not fielding more than 2 or 3 dead rookies, the ones that aren't getting named. So for me, I'm on the border. I'm on the cusp. I've got Horde I need to play. I need a Livingston doesn't need to play. He was always going to be my ruck loop, so I could field Jackson and swing him in there. But if you're carrying 3, 4, 5 dead rookies before the buys, I'd be really worried because you're not going to have anybody to be fielded on because we've got away with them so early with 2 teams here, 2 teams there, etc. And this is why I've used all my boosts to get good rookies. Now, if these guys turn the crap and be subbed and stuff, I'm pretty stuffed as well. But I'm only relying on Marty Hort at this point to come back, and I was so close to trading him, but like he was only done for a month, and I'm hoping he comes back on that side. So Yeah, hopefully everyone's cash gen's good. I mean, in the comments, you guys are saying 12.5 plus, and there's a couple of 12.7 millions, which is insane. So hopefully you guys ride the storm, because Dubai is where you tend to lose viewers in terms of streams as well, because everyone's running out of trades. I'll probably be one of them. But yeah, you definitely start to see a lot of people fall off after the buys because they're out to 40k, 1,000 rank and no trades, so they've got nothing to worry about watching it. They just hope their side survives the next 10 weeks or whatever you got left. But I think I'll end it there, guys. Look, thank you for everyone tuning in. Thank you for all the support and all the love. Really, like, you've showed a lot of interest for 3 hours now, and I've had a lot of questions, some regulars, and then some newbies that I've never seen before that you've probably watched before. So thank you for all the new ones. Sunday night, we'll do it again, same time, around 6:30, 7 o'clock. And like I said, there might be a sneaky few during the weekdays that I might jump on just because I'm bored or whatever. So, yeah, thank you, everyone. Like and sub if you haven't already. I'll end the stream there and call it a night. I didn't realise it's almost 10 o'clock. I'm hungry. I'm about to piss myself. So enjoy. And thanks, Jonas. Go. Do appreciate. No worries. Catch you all next time. Cheers, guys. Thank you for everything.